All right, chat. What's going on? Appreciate everyone tuning in. I got the AC running because it's hot. So, what do you call it? No music, but I hope everyone's doing well. I got the noise suppression on. Let's see what it sounds like without the noise suppression. Let me see how bad it's picking it up. Oh yeah, so we'll leave that on. Anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everyone tuning in. What do you call it? It's been pretty hot. Luckily, I got an AC now, though, so that's not the worst thing in the world. It's quite loud, but, does the job. So that's what matters. But I hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate everyone tuning in. What do you call it? Get everything set up here. All right. Well, today we're going to be whipping up some more flies for the box. Probably playing around maybe with some more of the juvenile fluke crab imitation, because that was a lot of fun. But the other thing I want to do is tie up. We'll probably start off the stream by tying up a couple Mickelsons one by one. It's the time of year where we donate flies to a local wildlife refuge to their. They do like a gala or an auction. So I have a bunch of random flies, some that we tied up on stream, but also some that I tied for orders that didn't end up going. So I'm obviously giving them I'm not going to give them random crap we tied on stream that was just for fun. It's going to be nice stuff. So I do want to time a couple extra Mickelsons to sweeten the pot. So we'll probably start off with that, but I want to just tie a couple small bait fish flies while we chit chat. But I want to give me a sec here. I definitely want to play around with those fluke or flounder flies, so we'll probably do that in the second half. Get the ISO and everything set up. Appreciate everyone tuning in early. All right. Let me turn one of these things this way. Some of that cool air blowing right on. All right. So, first off, I hope everyone's doing well. I got random hooks pulled to the side. I got some more of these jig hooks, and I found some cone heads we could try and use. Yo, Jim, what's going on? How's it going, man? I hope you're doing well. Use a 3D printer to print a crab claw diesel. Use felt paper and press out claws. What do you mean a crab claw? What do you talk? A crab claw what? Felt paper and press out claws. Yeah. That's something I'm trying to find a thick felt so we can cut out our own crab claws. That's something I'm trying to look into, but it needs to be the right material. I would like to make my own, essentially. A crab claw die. You could 3D print one. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'll take a look and see if there's any dies or jigs or anything like that. But as the 3D, I don't think the 3D filament's strong enough. I guess it is if the felt's pretty or I guess you could just cut it out after you press it into it. Because I think you would need like a metal, like I have a crease fly die, for instance, to press out crease flies out of foam. Got a couple small Gamakatsus. We're just going to tie up a couple Mickelsons, classic bait fish flies. Again, I have a ton. We're going to give them a good amount of flies this year, more than last year. So, but I've been doing this for a while now, where it's a local wildlife refuge, and they have different people donate stuff or services, and then they auction it off to help fund the refuge. So, we're going to whip up a couple of these bad boys. Where did my body braid go, though? I think I put that off to the side somewhere. I gotta find it. We're gonna need it. We'll swap over to some mono thread in the meanwhile. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, I'll have to take a look. My buddy has a filament printer, which is an FDM printer, which is what you would use for that. I have a resin printer, which prints like miniatures and stuff, but it's more detail, less strength. So I'm assuming we would need FDM printed, and it might need to be the right filament as well. That or it just needs to be thick enough that it doesn't snap or something. Because my buddy's printed houses, tanks, all sorts of all the bigger stuff that we don't need super fine detail. That's what we do the FDM on. the filament printer. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna get some mono thread spooled through here. I've yet to do any fishing since going out with Zeke on the boat. I think it was like a week or so ago. Early last week or something. But I've been working on some YouTube videos. We got a couple new fly time videos I'm working on, and then I'm gonna be working on some, probably like, I don't know if I'm gonna do a summertime striper fishing video right now. We'll see, maybe. I probably should, but it's already almost July. But I might start doing stuff where it's like structures, like fishing jetties, fishing beaches, fishing things like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of what I'm thinking about. Okay. So, I need to find my body braid real quick, which, let me just look 1 second here. Strange, I gotta find it. I don't know where it went. I put it somewhere. Big spool of body braid. I'll use some, I have a smaller one here I can use, but I have a giant one from Easy Body. I gotta find it. I don't think it fell. I'm gonna have to double. No, I must put it somewhere. I was cleaning everything up, reorganize everything. Okay. What's going on, Calvin? Been skunked 10 times waiting. Guys getting them trolling, but that is boat catching them. Yeah. Dude, it's been tough, man. I gotta really find some motivation to get out there and fish because I haven't caught a striped bass this season yet. So it's been bad. I need to get out. I need to find some good fishing locally to boost the morale because it's been bad recently. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but you know it's the way she goes. All right. So we'll put a size 2 in here. Yeah, and I got the AC going, man. It's so hot. I had to fire it up. Let me also get comfortable here. Let's get the vise where I want it. We have a vertical stream going, so I want the fly perfectly lined up. I'll whip up a couple Mickelsons. But yeah, man, I really need to get some motivation to do some fishing. I tell you what. I'm just gonna have to go out, find some nice, fresh, clean water on incoming source. Yeah, the bunkers are pretty slim this year, it seems like. When we went out, we found one dispersed school, but I mean, last year or a couple years previous, when my boat was operational, we were going out every other day. There was so much bunker, it was ridiculous. I don't know, did Omega hit them hard or something, or did they not have a good spawn, or are they just, maybe they're offshore somewhere? It's good that I stopped bunker fishing, because there probably wouldn't have been a lot of bunker inshore where we normally fished this year. And the fact that I still haven't gotten paid for something from 2 years ago, so that's the main reason why. So we're gonna get some white bucktail here. But we got a drink, we're hanging out, it's Friday night, we're gonna do a little fly tying and just chillax. Tie some couple little bait fish, and then we'll have some fun with the funky crook fly. Bobbin's a little tight. This bucktail's a little stiff, so I'm purposefully trying to wrap it not too tight near the end to not flare it. That's a little trick if you want to cheat. Because, I mean, for this, I don't need crazy malleable buck. I don't need the best bucktail for a little Mickelson, you know? Cat food? Well, we saw a ton of sand eels, or Zeke saw a ton of sand eels. He told me the other day, but there was like no fish on them. Like we're talking about thousands and thousands of sand eels or something, but there was no bass, or there was like some little cocktail bluefish. That was about it. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to. There's got to be fish around, even if the population's not good. There's got to be something, you know. I gotta find some fish, dude. Okay, so we need a little flash boo and the crystal flash for the tail, flash boo for the body on the Mickelsons. But yep, we'll see. I'm gonna get out and try and do some. I don't know, man. I have not had any motivation to go fishing. I mean, I guess the worst case scenario, I'll have a ton of time to work on content for LI Flies Mike, so I gotta start banging out some videos. Maybe other people can go catch fish if I can't. We know what to do. I think they're just avoiding us, I guess, huh? Grab a little pearl here. We tie our flash in before we do our body braid. And we'll get our body braid here. I gotta find my big spool, man. You know, I think I moved. I definitely moved it, but I don't know where. I gotta look. It's gotta be somewhere. Might actually be in the flash bag. I don't know. It's kind of hard to lose a giant spool of body braid, but somehow I did it. I'll find it though. Yeah, I'm gonna go fish some back bay areas, but more closer to the inlet, and probably I'm gonna fish around sunset into night or something, you know. But I gotta go get like a beach pass now, because you need a beach sticker to essentially park anywhere around here during the summertime. So, but I got to get out. I got to film some videos too, film some fishing related videos and stuff. So that's going to be a good reason to get out there, even though I'm like, ugh, I'm like all doom and gloom about striper fishing. It'll force me to get out there and do some fishing and shut up, you know. I do have a lot of different videos though and stuff that I filmed last year that I'm working on. So definitely going to be busy. Yeah, so I'm tying these for a local wildlife refuge. They do like a charity auction thing every year. And so I just took a bunch of random stuff we got. I'll show you guys, I guess, before the end of the stream what I'm going to donate to them. Go a little chartreuse. Little chartreuse Mickelson. Never hurt anybody. Last year I gave him like, I think 18 surf candies or something like that in different colors. This year, though, we're doing a bunch of random flies. What I would love to do is if I had like a cool custom fly box, you know, like an LI Flies Mike fly box, some generic thing that I had or something. So I could actually package it in a fly box for him, because I bet you that would probably just get them more money. It just looks way more presentable. But I think I asked one of the local shops, I'm like, hey, you guys want to donate a fly box, like a bugger box for this thing or something? And they were like laughing about it. So I guess not. So what are you going to do? I got to figure something out, though. It'd be nice in the future, because I do this every year to give them like a fly box with it. I could also just suck it up and buy one, but you know, you guys know me. I tie flies for a living, all right? The budget's very low around here. Certainly look nicer though. Let me adjust. Is this a little bright or how's it looking? It's a little bright. You should drop down the light one there. There we go. I tell you what, if we really want to make it special for him, which nobody will probably even notice, but in my mind it does. Maybe the guy bidding on the flies will be like, "Ooh, that looks sick." Little red crystal flash in the throat, which I usually don't do nowadays. I usually just color it, but if you want to really get fancy, you take a tiny bit of red crystal flash, and you tie it in a V shape on the throat, which it's been a while since I've done this, so let's figure it out. Because you actually kind of want to like fully wrap it down, otherwise it's sticking up while you're trying to glue it. It's kind of like this. Or you tie it in facing one way all the way, and then you fold it back. So it's fully tied down towards the back. See if I can zoom in for you guys, but it's kind of tough. You can see, so it's in a V shape like this. So I start off here, tie it forward, then fold it back, and you get that kind of perfect gill V shape that you look for, you know what I mean? Oh. And then your thread goes flying off and it ruins it, but we can just wrap it down again. We'll put some eyes on there. I got to order some materials tonight because I just got an order for like 12 big shady ladies. So I'm going to be, we'll probably do some of those on stream, but we'll see. I'm going to have to get them done pretty quick. So maybe we'll do a video out of it. Some big squid flies. Essentially one we've done before on video, so I don't know if it's worth a whole nother one, but could be doing various colors and all that jazz. All right, let's put some eyes on here. Find some little eyes. Got my giant bag. Let's see, it's got to be. Those will work. Wouldn't mind one hair bigger, but or one size slightly larger. Get our super glue. So anyways, I hope everyone's doing well. Calvin's been getting skunked. I haven't been out in like 2-3 weeks. Or like 2 weeks. What's everyone been up to fishing wise? Or tying wise or life wise? Hope everything's been going good. Staying cool if you're up in the northern hemisphere. It's been pretty hot. It was weird, like a week ago, it was like hot, but then it would be like you need a sweater at night. But nowadays it's starting to be like, okay. It's because usually, I mean, this late in June it would be fairly hot years prior, but I don't know, the weather's been weird and weirder every year now, so who knows. Eyes there, we got our gills, we're looking good. We'll put some UV resin on it, and then we'll tie another one in another color. Move on to the crook fly. This is the crook fly, by the way. I'm really digging this thing. I need to get more jig hooks. But this thing right here. I saw you whipped up some flounder flies, Calvin. Yumi posted them. We'll take a look at the Discord. If you guys got any flies or stuff you've been working on, post them in the Discord. We'll take a look. Man, even with the AC, it's kind of hot, but I don't have a cranking right now, so it's very subtle. It's not the best AC, but you know what? Like, doesn't have energy. It doesn't have a remote. Doesn't have a digital panel. It's like an AC from like 1990. It looks like, but you know what? It's got Freon in it, which is like the most important thing, probably. Or a working compressor, or whatever the hell was the reason that my old one wasn't working. Might need to put it on high though or something. Oh, pretty cool. I think it's just the fact I got all these lights on. I got the freaking all this stuff running. I'm gonna bump it up to full blast though. Let's see if it does its job here. Definitely blowing cool. It's just hot. Hot and humid. Yeah, it's really all these damn lights, which is what's doing it. Let me pop that one down a notch. Hit this with some light. Lock it down. Yeah, I don't even know if whoever's getting these, I don't even know if they're fly fishing. And they usually at least generally get 100 and something bucks for the flies. Which, I mean, it's worth way more, but, it's like a charity thing. So as long as they're making 100 and something bucks, I'm happy for some random flies we tied. But, like, I'm assuming it's probably someone that's like fluke fishing or something. But this year I threw in some like crazy stuff. So maybe some actual like fly fishing dudes. We'll see. Pick one up or pick them up. Because in the past I've done like surf candies and things like that. Stuff that, I mean, you can use as a teaser. You can use as a fly. There's still flies like that in there I'm giving them this year, but I'm also giving them like bunker flies and stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully they can make some more money, I'm hoping. That's the place I went to. It's like a kid for like some summer camp stuff, or, like for the day. Summer camp style stuff. Learned a lot about ecology and biology, the local biology, and spent a lot of time in like marshes and lakes and ponds and stuff, and in the Pine Barrens and all that. So they do some good stuff. The main thing is they have this huge swath of land in the Pine Barrens, which they're keeping preserved. You know what I mean? They're conserving it, which almost all of it's getting cut down. So they have this huge chunk of land where it's just straight up wildlife, which is you can go through there and hike and stuff. So even just 2 coats of medium, you can see we got a nice, almost even coat on this Mickelson. You could take it and fish it right now. Almost virtually, there's a little couple areas when I look this way here, you can see there's like some dips and dives, very slight. We're just going to take a little thin, coat it off with a very small amount. It'll run through all the gaps and fill itself in nicely. Trying to make sure the fly is nice and well lit, but I'm also trying to make sure I'm not too hot with this light beaming down on me. Take a little thin here. Oh, almost a little too much, but I still had the bottle squeezed, so I was able to just kind of let the resin flow back into the bottle. I've heard some people start off with the thin resin and then finish it off with medium or thick, but I don't know. The medium or thick just seems like the best option to start your like skeleton of the fly and then finish it off with the thin because it fills in all the nooks and crannies, all the little gaps. Probably just saying any gaps or depressions would say work, but over the years from doing the fly tying to the fly tying videos, I always say nooks and crannies. So that's like that's my go-to description for any imperfections. Even though that's more of like a term to describe like an addict or something, you know what I mean? Tiny, like the corner of an attic. Yeah, I tell you what I should also do. I gotta start like banning out this stuff for the fall. Get done with it ahead of time. Very simple. Simple little Mickelson. Nothing crazy. But this, by the way, is a classic fluke teaser. If you're fluke fishing, you fish this on a dropper above your silver side or something like that. It's classic. All right. Coat that bod. Hit that bodkin with the light real quick. We'll take a quick little drink break here. Chad, I hope you're doing well. How you guys doing? How you doing? What do you call it? I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go do some like flats, shallow water fishing. That's always fun. I got my polarized sunglasses. I could even go like wet wade. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna have to because I just have like neoprenes and plastic waders right now. The plastic waders suck. They're like cheapo ones that I bought in an emergency. But man, they're so uncomfortable. The boots and stuff, it hurts my back so bad because I already have back issues. But I think that we're getting to the point of the time here where it's gonna be warm enough where we could just wet wade during the middle of the day when the sun's high enough too to do a little like try and do some sight fishing, but in reality just fish the flats, drop offs and stuff. So, what do you call it? I'm not a big clam eater, but I also used to go clamming while doing it at the time because people did like eating clams. I get it for them. But after commercial clamming, I'm good. I don't need to go clamming for fun. Yeah, what's going on, English Dram? How's it going? How you doing? All right. Let's whip up another one, shall we? Whipping up a couple Mickelsons to wrap up our. Oh, I also forgot to mention last Friday of the month. So look, this is for years and years. I don't know how many years now. It's got to been. If I type in my Twitch chat, it'll tell me. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, I also have this off. Hold on. Oh, it's not working. Am I on the wrong keyboard? Okay, I am. Hold on. That's me. That's my noise. I apologize. I'll mute it. 95 months. So I think I've been an affiliate. So I've been streaming minimum 95 months, probably about a year earlier than that. I don't know what that is in years. I'm not a mathematician. It's got to be fucking close to 8, 9 years or something like that if you add the year to it. And every Friday we've done a giveaway on Twitch for about probably 6 or 7 of those years using the marble race system. I'll show you here. Almost 8 years, yeah. So if you add about a year onto that from the affiliate, then that makes up about 9 years of streaming on Twitch. Probably about, and what, 2 years of streaming on YouTube it's almost been or something? Year and a half or something? And yo, Southern Fly Guy, appreciate it, my friend. Hey, round of applause. Is all my stuff not working? I think because of the noise filter. So just round of applause, everybody. Woo! I just realized I probably need to turn desktop audio on. Let me try something. Hold on. Yeah, see, that works. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. I also just realized, though, so the way my audio works is I'm using a real mixer, analog mixer, Yamaha, and all of my audio comes out into one thing. So you're also hearing the thing, but right now I'm muting it because of the AC. So if I give you guys a round of applause, I just need to not talk while it's happening so you don't hear it also through my other mic with the sound suppression on. Yo, appreciate that Sunfly guy. Thank you, my friend, for the re-up on the on what do you call it? The tier 1 with the 24 months. Appreciate it, brother. What do you call it? Love that Mickelson? Hell yeah, simple gets it done. We're actually donating these flies and a bunch of other to a local wildlife refuge. So I want to tie some smaller stuff for him. But that being said, 8 years of streaming on Twitch as an affiliate. Whoa, and Mr. Pibb. Thank you, Mr. Pibb 4570. Round of applause. Appreciate it. Sorry, the AC's running, so my audio's all weird. But thank you, my friend. What do you call it? We got the marble race. So essentially the way it works is we've been doing giveaways for like 8 years, or probably 6, 7 years on Twitch, streaming for 8 or 9. And that was just Twitch, not YouTube. But now we've been streaming on YouTube for quite a long time. So it sucks that we've been doing giveaways and it's only for the people on Twitch, So because with the way this marble race works is if you're watching on Twitch, which you can go ahead and do this right now, excuse me, you can !play and join the marble race, and then whatever marble, excuse me, lands in the pit first is going to win some flies. So we'll start off with a follower one, and we'll do the sub one later. So, but we've done that for years and years. But it sucks for the folks on YouTube that they don't get a chance. So, what do you call it? What I want to do is switch it up. This is going to be the last month that we're doing the marble race stuff for Twitch. And the way it's going to work is we're going to just do something in the chat for everybody for YouTube and Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can just type in the chat. So that's what we're going to do next month. I need to figure out how to do it. But that's the way we're going to do it. So yeah, it's funny. I watch everybody that I watch that streams nowadays, multi-streams. And if somebody only streams on Twitch, I pretty much just don't watch them because the ads got so bad on Twitch. I don't run ads during my stream. There's a bumper ad at the start. I can't. It has to do that one way or the other. So it sucks to get an ad at the start, but at least I don't run ads for the entire stream. But Twitch is so aggressive with the ads that I started watching on YouTube for the most part. I love the community on Twitch, but man, the way they chose to run it and stuff like that, and some of the directions they've chosen is thank God for YouTube and multi-streaming, because I was like, losing inspiration with the way Twitch was moving. And it's fair that, it helps with YouTube. We have a ton of subscribers on there who have watched my fly time videos for years. So we end up getting, some, for the most part, sometimes we get a decent amount of people watching. So, yeah. Well, the main thing on YouTube, you can skip them. You can't skip them on Twitch. So, anyways, enough bitch and moan about Twitch. I do that at least once a stream. But thank you. Appreciate it, English Jam, for the Prime. If you guys got Twitch Primes, use them. On whatever channel you like on Twitch. Even if you watch them on YouTube, I do the exact same thing. I either Twitch Prime sub to Djibouti Show or Hey You Video Games because I watch them the most. And it's my way of giving them a couple bucks. And it's free because of Amazon Prime. But I still watch on YouTube, so it's pretty funny all the time. I use my Prime and then I go right back to YouTube. But anyways, appreciate that, my friend. That's very kind of you. So this will be up till we take a break, and then we'll do the subscriber one later. This is the last month of this though. So if you're subbing on Twitch, with a paid subscription, just so you can get 2 marble race chances or something or whatever a month or whatever. First off, I hope you sub to the channel because you enjoy it. But then feel free, do whatever you got to do or whatever. We're gonna be doing it through the chat anyway for just everybody. Via YouTube and Twitch, not just, members or Twitch subs or anything like that. So, anyways, we're going to be mixing it up because, it's time for some changes after doing it for so many years. So, that being said, I got to go to the post office. So, okay, let's get back to fly time. We'll tie another Mickelson. But yeah, long time. I don't know how many flies we've given away through the marble race, but we've done sub and follower, and it was like, so that's like 24 a year. So, but the thing is, Now I'm like kind of nowadays we'll like send one fly out. Back in the day, I was really I would send like 6 flies out or something, especially because I was tying so much. Because I would tie Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'd have so many extras. But what do you call it? We've had to have given away. I mean, I don't even know how many hundreds and hundreds of flies over the years on Twitch. So via marble races at that. Marble races are fun. I just wish they had integration for YouTube, but unfortunately it doesn't. It's only Twitch integration, so. Anyways. It's good. We'll give everyone a chance to get a, possibly get a free fly at the end of the month, so. Get a little white bucktail here. So I got my desktop audio on. I don't know. I guess that's good. Is it gonna double play? I'm just gonna mute it for now. I gotta figure out a better way of doing this with the AC on. Because I have the noise suppression filter applied to all of my main audio coming out of my mixer. Because my microphone's in there. If my microphone was separate, that'd be different, but I don't have two audio. I don't have two XLR outputs.
Exclamation mark play.
Yo!
Polish.
Well, that one worked. Yo, what's going on, AR? Appreciate it, my friend. Polish those marbles. That's right. This is the last marble race for flies, possibly ever, here on the channel, because we're going to be doing probably some giveaways via the chat for YouTube and Twitch from now on. So you got flies coming. I got to go to the post office. What do you call it? You might be. This is actually going to be the grand finale marble race. So whoever's the winners here will be the all-time some of the all-time champions. Didn't Glenn use a blue canoe? I think he had a green one. Or at least there's a photo where I think he had a green canoe. Or maybe, I know he had a green Jeep or something. I don't know. There's a photo somewhere that I have from like the 90s in one of the innovative saltwater fly fishing books. But I don't think it was blue. Why did you bring that up, by the way? We did not. Oh, because we were talking about Glenn Mickelson? Because we're tying. I was like, why the hell are you talking about Glenn Mickelson's canoe? Oh, yeah, we're tying a Mickelson fly. That's why. I got mine from the last time. Nice. Yeah, you got. Well, you, what do you call it? You won last month, so. You didn't get that since then, did you? No. Anyways, I gotta go to the post office. I'm gonna ship some flies out. But we're still gonna do it. We're just gonna do it via the chat or something, you know? Probably like a command for Streamlabs. I have to figure it out. I have to get Streamlabs or Nightbot set up on YouTube. Okay. Well, I have to see. I think I have to send you another one. Unless I'm tripping. I'm so bad with it, dude. I barely leave my house, too, if it's not for fly time materials or to go fishing or whatever. I'm just editing and tying flies and editing and filming and tying flies. I'm trapped in my own... I'm trapped in a world of my own concoction. What day is it? What month? My God, it's already almost July? What the hell? You know? Well, we might do more marble races, but it's not going to be for flies. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be for all the marbles. Yo, what's going on, Paul Bridgers? How's it going? I don't know, Zeke. I don't know if he had a blue one or what. I thought he maybe had like a red one with the green Jeep or something is the photo I remember. But you know what? He might have had a couple different canoes for all we know. I will say, though, the Ram 15 that I had, the Coleman Ram 15, was the canoe I had, was such a goddamn good canoe. I don't think that thing would ever sink or break or something. That thing was so strong. We dragged it through the woods. We did everything, dude. They made them so good. It was from like, and it sat in my neighbor's yard for like God knows how many years, flipped over on the ground. And we flipped that sucker up, cleaned it up, dude. I was fishing on that thing. We were out in the bay and like freaking hurricane weather fishing in a canoe. Like that canoe was so good. It's a 2-person Ram 15. If I didn't have a screwed up back, I would just buy another one just to have one because they're so cool. Do love me a good canoe. And you can stand on a canoe too. Once you get comfortable with them, you can just stand and fish in the back. Not in the front, but well, technically can, but it's not easy. Fly tying purgatory, yep. I'm in a glass case of my own emotions or something. Milk was a bad choice. Hopefully you guys don't hear the AC through the mic when I'm talking. I know when I'm not talking, it should be completely muted, but I got this sucker ripping. And I tell you what, it got cool. It got cool in here, thank God. I was starting to get worried for a little sec. Workhorse? That's where the back problems came from. No, it started longer than that. I have like scoliosis or something. And my myotosis, whatever, I have like where it curves front and back. That's why even when I stand as straight as I can, it's still a little hunched or something. So I had back pain when I was like 13, 14. After skateboarding and stuff. But I never like seriously injured myself or anything, you know? That's where the Anubis comes in. It's beautiful. They were trying to give me like no AC noise good. They were like, even my most recent doctor that I went to, like, yeah, get like a new primary doctor. Like, yeah, I've had like, terrible back pain for years, whatever, but it is, and this and that, and I have scoliosis, this, that. Oh, well, we can give you like painkillers. Nope. Fuck that, dude. They're trying to give you like opiates and stuff. Hell no. I got a buddy in high school who lives in the woods because he got hooked on that sort of stuff, so. No, thank you. We keep it natural around here. That and trying to stretch somewhat. And also the main thing is don't do stuff to hurt my back. Because that was one of the reasons I stopped being a mechanic. I started like, hurting my back a lot. If I throw my back out now, it's literally, I'm not even joking. The last time I did it, seriously, I mean, I was lucky. I think I threw my back out and it was only like a couple weeks. But I think there was one where I was like leading up to bunker fishing or something a year or two ago. I threw my back out. It was 2 months.
Finally have a chance to pop in on
Yo, Joe!
Hope all is well.
Round of applause. Oh, you guys can't hear it. Cheers! Round of applause! Thank you, my friend. Thank you. What do you call it? Appreciate it, Joe. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's been good. Thank you for the 5 spot on YouTube. Get some 07s or some LI Flies hearts in the chat, whatever you guys got. You can just type 07 if you don't have emotes. That means like a little salute. You know what I mean? But thank you, my friend. I have one. Son's friend keeps it here. Same one, the Coleman. Those are great. I think if we get flooded with like a tsunami, you could probably survive in a Ram 15 if you put enough supplies in there, maybe some outriggers. You know what I mean? But thank you, my friend. Appreciate that, Joe. Very, very kind of you. But yeah, the last time I threw my back out, it was 2 months of where you can't move your neck, you can barely move, and it like hurts to breathe. It was 2 months of that. Could you imagine? I didn't stream the whole time either. This is back when like I took a break from almost streaming quite regularly and making videos because I was bunker fishing and all that. So, but yeah, that one was whew. After that, I said absolutely cannot hurt myself anymore because that was like waste of 2 months down the drain, essentially. But yeah, that one was bad. So now I take it easy. Always lift with the legs. Don't overdo it because I know when my back's starting to go out, so I just stop immediately and then just cool down because it doesn't happen out of nowhere. It's kind of it can. I've done it a couple times, but I don't know what this is. Toll-free thing or whatever. I'm not worried about it. I have thrown my back out like the classic trope, like lifting up a laundry basket, like every every meme about getting older. But this was like at work or something. I overexerted myself, moving stuff, hurt myself or something. Went with the Wifey to Beauty Supply this weekend. Grabbed a few packs of Kankalon. Stuff I found is identical to some synthetic tine fibers. $6 for a lifetime supply. Yeah, the Kankalon stuff's great. It's very similar to a lot of synthetic materials. But that's interesting. You got it at a beauty supply place. I gotta get some. I probably could just get it off Amazon or something. But we gotta get some. We gotta do some videos where we compare like some synthetic hairs from like the non-fishing world to fly tying materials, because you could easily save a fair amount of money for a very similar material. You know what I mean? So we actually have some fun videos planned. There's a lot of stuff where I'm just waiting because it's gonna take time and a little money or something. But I want to like order one of those boxes from Fly Tires Dungeon. I want to get UV resin from Amazon, compare that to Solarez, do a test. Get like get hair for from non-fly fishing industries and try it in fly tying and see how it compares to the counterparts. That's probably like a lot more expensive. You know what I mean? Nice little pink Mickelson. We'll throw some UV resin on it. Pro Tires Thin UV. Not familiar with that one. Never heard of Pro Tires. Is that like a known brand, or is it like a knockoff cheap brand or something? There's so many different resins. Like back in the day, you had like Solarez, Loon, and like what was it? The one that Popovich used. What was the name of that one? I never really got into using that one. I never really tried it. I don't even remember the name of it. Is it still around? That resin that Popovich was using? You guys know what I'm talking about? What was the name of that stuff? What the hell was the name of that stuff? Those are like the three resins that like in the beginning I remember. But nowadays everyone's making it. You guys know what I'm talking about? What was the name of the resin that Popovich was using back when resin really started first becoming a thing? He was using one that he was like talking about or sponsoring or he came up with, or I don't know if he owned or whatever. It's not something I want to say something with bone, but that's the Solarez bone, so that's not what I'm thinking about. What the hell was the name of that resin? He was tying all the candies with those like strips, the anchovy strips that you could tie on there. You know what I'm talking about? It was way more expensive, and I just never tried it. I don't remember. One of you guys got to know what I'm talking about. It's one of like the 3 UV resin brands that were around. We use Let's Resin at work. Well, the thing is, I'm curious, like, there's so many resins that they use for surfboards, for nails, for this and that. Do those resins work well for fly tying? That's the question. Or is it just, does it not matter? You know what I mean? So I want to try non-fly tying resins for sure. What are you guys using for at work, if you don't mind me asking? They use them in the nail industry, in the surfboard industry. They use resin nowadays for building. They make those like resin tables and dioramas to make it look like water. If you're making like a World War II diorama, there's so many different applications. I've seen people use it in miniature making. Throw a little thin on here. This will fill in any cracks or any imperfections, I should say, not cracks. I just want to say nooks and crannies. That's really what I want to say. Can't help it. It's like ingrained in me whenever I talk about the resin, I say that for my videos. I'll message you on Discord. Would love to send you some of this stuff your way for an official comparison. In-depth video would be awesome. Joe, sounds good. Sounds good, brother. Or if you just show me what the packaging looks like and I'll order some. That's no problem because it's so cheap. Because there's different manufacturers. So if you send me a photo of the packaging, I'm sure I could find some on Amazon or something. But I will definitely do that for you. I'll make a video on it. I don't have a P.O. box. That's the thing. It's because I remember I looked into it. It's expensive. I've had folks want to send me stuff over the years, but obviously try to be careful giving your address out, especially when you stream. But you send me a photo of it, I'll grab a package of it. $6. We'll put that up on the list of videos that need to get done and put it higher up because God, I have so many things I need to do. Stuff cures clear and stays clear. Yeah, the main thing is like, does it, like for instance, we're gonna smack them up against the side of a boat. We're gonna smack them up against the rocks. We're gonna leave them on the dashboard for a week. I'm gonna make a video where we test them out. Do they cure? Do they crack? Did they this, that? So that's the thing. Has like an 85 D hardness. I don't know anything about the hardness ratings or scales, for instance, or something, right? So if you can just buy a bottle off Amazon for like that's like a 8-ounce bottle or something, way bigger than this, and it's cheaper. I mean, as much as I love Solarez, nobody's reached out to me and offered me to give me a free vat of Solarez yet. So, and I got to spend about $80 in materials to make about $220 worth of money in flies after all this labor. So, screw it. Well, I'll use an Amazon resin bottle. But the main thing is I want the quality to be there. I know with Solarez I've tried for years. The quality is amazing. And these flies will last quite a long time as long as you don't smack them up against a rock at 90 miles an hour. You know what I mean? So, are they going to yellow? This and that. I use resin from Hobby Lobby. Works good with my uses. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. That's a great video. So, that's really one we got to do. And that shouldn't cost much either. Get a bottle of resin from Amazon. We'll probably order multiple bottles, though. And try them out, see what they're like. Anyways, this Solarez does give us a pretty consistent finish, as you see. Oops, was making sure the vertical looked fine. So, man, I love these Mickelsons. There's something about it though. If you don't get the finish right and it's all lumpy, it's like bugs, it always drove me crazy when I did that. But now that I've gotten them to the point to where for the most part they're pretty even and consistent, that's what I really like. Okay, I'll take a photo real quick and I'll check it out later. Took a photo for the, is that the parts number for the resin you're talking about? Okay. Roger. Roger Dodger. Patico resin? I don't know what that is. Pro Tire, the resin's about 11 to 17 depending on their shops. Around here charges Solarez, it's just way too much, so my friend who runs the shop suggests a Pro Tire. Okay, Pro Tire's one. I'll write a list down. We'll do Amazon, we'll do Pro Tire. The main thing is it needs to be a cheaper option, and a lot of fly tying resins Loon, whatever, they're quite expensive. So it needs to be cheaper, like substantially than the other ones. Let's Resin has a website. Okay. But the parts number was from Amazon. Hold on, just give me a sec. I'm writing some of this stuff down. Pen is. Oh man, my cool fly shop pen. There's still some. So Amazon part number photo resin. There's Pro Tire resin. What size bottle though? Is it like this? Similar size bottle? Or are you saying the price? Obviously, right? Because they sell these. I tell you what, it's so annoying. Chris sent me these a couple times. I gotta tell him if he ever sends me, just cancel it. But something like this is ridiculous. This was like $20 or something, or like $18 for this little tiny fucker. Which this is half an ounce. These are 4 ounces or 2 ounces? 2 ounces, I think. They used to sell the 4-ounce bottles, but I don't even know if they do. And then Let's Resin. 5 milliliters. See, look, it comes in grams, it comes in milliliters, and it comes in ounces. You know, this is. All right, let me just do some calculations in my head. All right, that's fine. Now I got to start thinking about conversion charts. Use an Amazon one. Yeah, link me which one you use. 28 grams per ounce. Yeah, but then I got to sit there and be like, yeah, you know, okay, beep, 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 boop, boop. But still, that's close to almost like 10 grams or 10 ounces. The size bottle you're using, AR. That's a Hobby Lobby. Is it UV Cure? Might be a good reason to go to Hobby Lobby. I got to get stuff anyway for building train kit building stuff for building terrain for tabletop wargame and stuff. I'm making a giant hill. It is UV Cure. Just, post a photo of it in the Discord, the bottle, when you get a chance. Because I'm going to go to. You said Hobby Lobby? Yeah, it has to be UV cured. It has to be UV cured is the main thing. There are set resins, like I said, where they mix resins and they pour it to make like a table or something. Pop used DevCon? No, the DevCon's the epoxy. For many years after, especially after his second book, but when UV resin started becoming popular, Bob Popovic switched to UV resin. He was repping that one UV resin. Let's look it up right now. He talks about it, I'm sure, in his book. But there was a certain name. I don't think it's around anymore. Yeah, I don't know. No, I understand a 5-minute epoxy, but there was a brand of UV resin he was using. It was like, uh, let's see if this AI bullshit figures it out. I don't think it's around anymore. Clear Cure. Was it Clear Cure? Was that the name of it? Oh, Tough Fly. Tough Fly. Yeah, Joe, that's the name of it. Yeah, alongside, yeah, Tough Fly. That was the name of it, which isn't around anymore. Was Pop's Resin. That's right. That was the name of it. See, who needs stupid Google AI when I have Joe F here, all right? Beautiful. But the AI did figure it out. Tough Fly. Yep. That was indeed what the name of the resin was. I was trying to think about what it was. That's what it was. Tough Fly. Because he was all, I remember seeing him. He was all about Tough Fly when like resin was blowing up and he was promoting it. I don't know if that was like his brand or something or what, but it seemed like he had stakes in it because he was really pumping it up, which I would too if it's my company, and I believed in it. I would, rep it. Even if it wasn't, maybe it was a friend of his or something, but it seemed like he really liked that resin. I just remember it was a little bit pricier than Loon or Solarez, so I just didn't try it at the time. By the way, Solarez used to be like $36 for a 4-ounce bottle. Now it's like $36 for like a 2-ounce bottle or some shit. I don't know what it was, but it used to be so much cheaper. You don't cause a desertification. Yeah, exactly. You're not polluting the water system or the town's water system, the data centers, or giving people probably cancer or some shit. Uh, yeah, you have drones with like RPG heads they use the AI for the final last moments to get through the electronic warfare. We're getting that much closer. Arnold Schwarzenegger coming back in time, riding a Harley and shooting shotguns at you. It's gonna be sick. That's inflation for you? Oh yeah. I should be charging fucking $30 for this Mickelson, dude. How the hell I'm supposed to be making money nowadays? You know what I mean? I used to have a bodkin through mine because the nozzle is bigger. Maybe you could transfer it to a different bottle. Well, I got bottles. But I get what you're saying. Use a bodkin. Uh, you like made the nozzle larger with the bodkin, or interesting. Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out. We'll have to go check out some different resins, get some off Amazon. Maybe there's like cheap fly tying ones, if the Pro Tire one, and then get some from like Hobby Lobby or something, and see. Oh, you dip the bodkin in it. Ah, okay, Roger. I see. There's got to be a way, or you could probably put a different cap on it. Maybe the cap, you can take a cap from a different type of bottle. I have liquid fusion caps, resin caps. They're all, well, they're different sizes. I'm sure you could figure something out. Probably just, you can get a bottle off of Amazon or somewhere, or from Hobby Lobby, like an applicator bottle, like a black one. It would need to be black though. It can't be clear. That's the one thing. I guess you kind of need you could probably use an old Solarez bottle or something, worst case. Okay, cool. Well, let's do our marble race here, chat. This is going to be the last marble race for flies we're probably doing on the channel, because we're going to be switching it over to a chat-based giveaway for both YouTube and Twitch in the next month. So get on in there, ! Play. This is the follower one, so anyone who's following the channel is good to go. Next, we're doing the subscriber one. Whoever's subbed to the channel, whether it's Jeff Bezos, Free Prime, stopping Katy Perry from going in space, or paid tier 1, 2, or 3 or something. Yeah, polish them up. I definitely though need to play some music, so let me double check. I can play the music through the desktop audio? Will that work? It is also playing through there, but it's kind of, you know what? We'll just turn off the filter. You'll hear the AC a little, but we're gonna have music, so it doesn't matter. You're not gonna hear it. Yeah, I mean, you could be supporting a, what the hell is this? Log in. Okay, there we go. You could be supporting a stream that you like, fly tying or whatever it may be. or you could be watching like a billionaire pop celebrity go into space and say it was life-changing. I got something Bezos can support. Poor guy, you know, he's just trying to take over the world with AI Amazon robots. And we're over here dunking on him because he's taking Katy Perry to space. All right, we need, that's not Marvel music. Hold on. All right, get ready, chat. I was just giving you folks a chance to get on in there. You ready? Hold on, shut this off. That's off. Filters. AC is going to get a little noisy, but it doesn't matter because get ready. The first marble in the pit's going to win. Okay? This is a follower race, free for all. First one is going to get a fly. Good luck. Second to last marble race ever on the channel for flies. It's been revolutionary. Appreciate it, chat. But it's the new age. It's time. It's the time of multi-streaming. It's the time for chat giveaways. Start the race. I'm going to go get a new drink after this. We're going to take a quick break. Whoa! Flyfish AR is getting slapped around there. Like he owed that paddle money. Fly Guy looking good in the lead. We got Leans, Banana, AR. It's anybody's race. Southern Fly Guy taking the middle section, which looks like actually the play here, but he is getting hung up on the Hershey Kisses. Mr. Pibbs, though, looking good. If they can get through the center pretty quick, though, they might be able to square up some time. Meanwhile, Leans, AR, Banana taking the outside lane. Yeah, you gotta watch out. You don't want to get pegged. That's the real issue, is the getting pegged part. Some folks are into it. But it looks like the middle section is not playing off, as those pegs and Hershey Kisses are slowing them down. Approaching the somersault scissor area. AR getting a speed boost. Oh, safe from the pegs here. Safe from the pegs, looking good. Very dangerous. Mr. Pibbs, Southern Fly Guy, way back there, along with me. I'm just back there for fun. AR, though, all-time world champion, top 300 marble racers. I think that's why he has that thing on his thing. Literally, like, he's got a fancy ball and everything. He's got a Rubik's Cube. It's not fair. Try my banana. Says, eat this. Oh! Oh, he got pegged. He got pegged. Oh, my God. This is a crazy race. Woo! Oh, the upset. Try my banana. Literally had it. He had it, dude. He fucking had it. And then he got pegged. AR had it, was hung up. We thought he lost it. Leans was coming up. And see, that's what happened right there. Banana, unfortunately. But GG's. AR, world champion marble racer, by the way. Alright, well, congratulations. He's literally using a Rubik's Cube, folk. You don't get that unless you're a cool guy. Alright, we are going to load up another race, but this will be for later on. We're going to do this, alright? Congratulations, AR. We're going to send you some more flies. Second to last winner, or last follower winner of Marble Race until they add integration for YouTube, which something tells me they're not. Because they haven't yet, and it's been so many years. But we're going to leave this up, chat. You can always rejoin. Give me a second. AR. Wow, you won the follower, I think, last month. You're on a hot streak. You're lucky we're not playing by the old rules when we only had like 5 people watch the stream and I would only let you guys win once every 2 months. because people were winning like every. Some people would end up winning every month because we had like nobody watching back in the day. We kind of still have nobody watching it nowadays, but we have a couple more folks watching. So that means, in my world, it means everything. Thank you so much, chat. What do you call it? And when I say like nobody watching, I apologize. I mean Doc. I mean Brew. I mean AR. I mean, yeah, you know? And nowadays we got folks like Banana. We got Leans. Well, Lean's been watching for a while as well. But Paul Bridgers, all you folks. Jim, all you folks on YouTube. So at some point too, I got to get the chats combined in a tasteful way. I know some folks don't like it. We got to figure it out. If I could find a way to do a tasteful chat box where you guys could talk to each other about fly fishing in the chat during the live stream, I'll have to look into that. We're gonna have to do some upgrades in the future here. All right, well, we got our Mickelsons done for the what do you call it? I guess real quick before I go, let's take a look at some of the flies I'm going to be donating to this local charity or the wildlife refuge. And we're gonna real quick, yada yada yada. We're gonna put on our noise suppression. So I figured I'd load them up. And these, you probably recognize some of these flies. These are some stuff we've tied on videos. We've tied during streams. You've seen in videos. Most recently, there were a couple of these flies on in the summertime video. Just take this. This peacock curl unfortunately got bent. It's fine. We got a Buford. Got some quiet lurkers. Well, you know, it's everyone's chilling, which I appreciate it. Whether you're a vocal viewer or a lurker. Little easy body fly, crab fly, surf candies, Jamie Boiler, Boilermakers, flatwains, bucktail deceiver, and Swimpish Hollow. So this right here is like 22 bucks. You know what I mean? But so I'm gonna give these and that other Mickelson where I don't even know where the hell it went. Oh, here it is. The resin's sitting on it. So all these we're gonna donate to the local wildlife refuge. And then get 100 and something bucks for it. Then what do you call it? To help pay for like animal feed or fencing or whatever the hell they need, supplies, you know what I mean? So, and my mom donates some like what do you call it? Natural healing type classes or whatever for them. But yeah, there we go. We got those done. It'd be nice if I had a fly box for them, you know what I mean? So I got to figure that out for next year. I got to figure out. It'd be cool if I had like an Ally Flies Mike fly box. I got to get some of those made somehow. I got to contact somebody in China. You know what I mean? Get some fly boxes made. All right, chat, we're going to take a quick little break here. We're going to play our Albie highlight that you know and love. And now that we got those done, we're going to play around and tie some crook flies, a.k.a. the crab and fluke imitation. It does everything. It not only does juvenile fluke imitations, but it does crabs as well. So maybe we can start adding some other fish and baits on there. What else can we imitate that's in that? Maybe a shrimp. We'll start putting shrimp eyes and crab eyes and all. Just start putting all sorts of random crap all over it. But don't forget, join the Marble Race. The Marble Race is up. ! Play. We're doing that one. Subscriber one after this. And yeah, appreciate it, chat. We're going to be taking a quick little break. Now's a good chance. It's been, an hour and 20 minutes. Stand up, stretch your legs a little bit. Or stretch it up like Summit 1G. Like I'll be in the hookah lounge. And we're going to get back for some fly tying here in just a moment. So appreciate it. See you guys in just a sec. Stay tight, all right? Yeah, keep it tight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Aiden. Knuckle buster. Are you good? Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I might need a ride. Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn now.
I'm gonna try and get on the valve.
Yeah, get on the valve. All right, you're doing good. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna move us away.
Is that a little one?
No, that's a nice one.
Oh, let's go!
Come here, hold next to your alley. Good job.
That's sick.
All right. Nice.
Go! Albie slap!
Good job, dude.
Yee!
Looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge little tuny, bro. On the alley door, too. Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Woohoo! Oh my god. Yep. Oh my god! Gotta turn the boat so I can cast. Oh my god, dude! Alright, get back to catching him, Diego. Frigates.
Howdy.
Frigates.
Frigate.
Whoa! Whoa! That's gotta be bluefin or something. Look at. Hell yeah, dude. To grab a fish like that, to grab a fly like that, a big deceiver. Albies in the rain on the half beaks, baby. Greenbacks. And until next time, guys, we'll see you. And as always, slam it, cores. All right, we're back. That video is awesome. Makes me miss my boat, though. Ugh. The good old days. The good old days. Maybe one day we'll have that thing fixed up. The way things are getting, everything's getting so goddamn expensive. I don't know if that's going to be happening anytime soon. All right, we're going to mix up the thread here. Yeah, I got to get out and do some striper fishing. This fly is fun. I've been having fun tying this fly. This fly makes me want to go out and try some flats fishing, so we're going to whip up another one of these suckers. I'm working on a video for the new army I'm making for Mike Rolls Dice, a custom Turkish army for Conflict. But I'm working on some fly time videos as well. I want to do one on this one. But I need to fish it first. Just make sure it fishes properly. Because even though it's like a new wacky fly, we can make a video on it. But I need to make sure it swims right, this and that, before we make a video on it. In case folks want to try it themselves. Okay. All right. AC cooled it down a lot, which is nice. So, jig hook, some lead wire, dumbbell eyes. I do have some cone heads. So I do want to try that. I'm going to put some of this stuff away because my rule is I'm trying to keep my stuff organized. So we're going to put the Crystal Flash back in the Crystal Flash bag. All that jazz. What I used to do is just dump it back into the bins that I have them in, and then everything would get disorganized over the course of like a month or two. So now I'm trying to get better with specifically trying to keep stuff where it should be, I think. Now I'm out of the nice dark brown for the fluke. So we're going to go with a lighter tan this time. It's going to be more crab-like, I guess you could say. And belly material here. Okay. I'm looking decent for the most part. I might need some more tan, though. I did have some olive here, actually, so we'll take that, or some tan, or whatever that color is. Brown. There we go. Okay, put these eyes away, the body braid away, ready to go. Good for under bridge by you in July or August. Yeah, well, that's the thing, dude. On the, let's say the incoming tide from there, Zeke, where it goes further in the bay, deeper in the bay, on that side of the bridge, you'll see a line of seagulls lined up. And this is where everyone fluke fishes. But what's going on is, I saw it while I was fishing, is you have striped bass or something chasing juvenile fluke up to the surface. The seagulls are waiting The seagulls are spread out every certain amount of yards, and what they do is they wait. The striped bass or something spooks these juvenile flounder up to the surface, and then the seagull grabs them, and then it goes and spits it up to its babies on the beach. I was clamming commercially for steamers, and I saw the seagulls come and do that, so I was like, oh, okay. It's got to be bass, maybe even larger fluke. Color it with a marker. Yeah, we're gonna do some marker coloration. I don't have a brown one. If I had a brown marker, that'd be nice. But, you know, it's tan. We're going to be actually mixing some darker brown in some spots. We're fine. I found a little bit of darker brown. It's just kind of really short, but that's okay. A-okay. But, yeah, this is a fun fly. If it swims good, then I'm making a video on it. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Whether you're fishing a super simple crab fly with feathers, or you're fishing a crab fly where it's like this, or like a fluke fly, you know what I mean? As long as you're putting in the right spot, a lot of times it's really about presentation. But something like this, I guarantee you, if you throw it in front of a bass or fish it off a drop off during this time of year, like July or August, this is when it really comes into play. So it's gonna work. It's about putting it in the right spot. We'll probably catch fluke with it, which is hilarious. I guarantee we'll catch fluke with it. I wouldn't be surprised if they eat their young. Or, you know, they eat small fluke, because there's so many fluke around, you know? They're predators at the end of the day. I'm not certain, though. I got to take a look. I guess we'll see if we catch fluke on it. We'll know, you know? Then we'll know. We lined up? I think so. Okay. All right. We do need some different materials for this I need to grab. Rubber legs and chenille, which I have here. What color of rubber legs? We use like the orange with the black, and then we use some tan type colors. I got some like light tan. This time we're going to be using less dark brown, so I guess let's use this color. I kind of wanted to use chartreuse. You know what? We're using chartreuse. I can't help it, dude. I want to use the chartreuse. We're going to probably tie 2 of them because we got time. We're going to try and make it to 3 hours so Keith doesn't get mad as usual. Got a 30-inch striper in March on the same fly. Okay, very nice. Wait, you tied the crook fly? That's not fair. We came up with the crook fly. No, I know. There's like 30 million flies that are virtually the same thing almost. How's it going, Relapse King? I hope you're doing well. We're going to put... this time we're going to mix it up. Let's do 2... knots so we can kind of have the bend of the crab claw. The crook fly. Oh, that early in March. Where the hell are you fishing? That you got a 30-incher in March like that. Are you in Jersey or something? Oh man, did I cut myself? Did I leave myself enough room here? We'll see. Just. There you go. We'll keep it nice and long too. Ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. Amen. Rest in peace, Lefty. Okay. Put everything away. We're looking good. Well, I got some other colors. I got pink as well. We might try, or olive. We might try and tie this in a different color as well on the next one. You know, let's go ahead and just do this real quick. What the hell did I do with the lighters? I know I had 2 lighters up here. I think I moved them. Oh, there's the body braid. Ah. I had way too many lighters up here that I grabbed for fly tying. I was like, I don't need this many. Okay. I was gonna say I can always do this after, but it's way easier to do this when this is not on the fly. Very nice. And we'll have this sitting somewhere about there. Really the first thing we tie on. Now, before we do that, I want to try something. Excuse me. No, we're tying the crook fly. Half crab, half juvenile fluke. Find a pair of pliers so we can crush the barb. What's going on? It's a mutt. Yep. How's it going, Craggle? It's basically a fluke, juvenile fluke fly and a strong arm merkin crab fly combined. That's what it is. Still haven't tried the danger muffin yet, though, or whatever. I know you've recommended it a bunch of times. There we go. I want to try this out. I want to see if this helps. Because what we can do now is wrap and add lead wire and jam it in there. I want to try this compared to the dumbbell eye technique we were using. Try some different variations. I don't know if I'm going to like the cone head on here, but we're going to try it. It's worth a try. Oh, we should do some lead wire, huh? What we did last time. Oh, we're going to do some anyway for the cone, but I kind of feel like I should do some anyways for the... I got to get some better lead wire. This is so thin, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how thin this is. I have to cut it and fold it like 100 times. Works. Does work, I'll give it that. Fold it one more time. Then I could tie it in. I have a little waste here. Whatever, I could probably fold it again, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just cut it flush. Do you want to wrap some on the inside? So I'm going to leave a room here, you'll see. I guess I should probably just do that now. Because we are going to tie material later, and I'll kind of keep it in place. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, though. It's way easier when it's with a heavier diameter, so I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. This might, like, the lead wire might snap it so thin. I'm going to have to wrap it so much, too. This isn't really ideal, but... The idea is I'm trying to tuck that lead wire inside the cone. And there are ways you can kind of coax it. To get the majority of it jammed in there pretty good. But with a heavier lead wire, you can really kind of wrap a good chunk of lead wire, and then you can kind of push it into the cone, which is really nice. Let me try again and see if we can get some more. If you have like a 0.035 or a 0.25, this is 0.0 or 0.035 or 0.02 is nice. This is 0.01 or something. Or no, maybe it is 0.35. I don't know. It's been so long. I got to get a new spool of freaking wire. Apparently. Kind of like just push it in there. Like so. A little tricky, but we can always wrap it. Yeah, it's way easier with a nice thick diameter, but you get the idea. We did get some in there. Okay, you know what? Instead of just making this mess, let's just clean it up. Yeah, I gotta order some nice. I think it's 0.35. I always forget if it's 0.035 or what. Okay. All right, that'll work. Not the cleanest, but get the job done. You know what? It's not like it's gonna get ripped off, right? Save myself even more thread wrapping on the hook shank, which is gonna build up pretty quick here. I'll just tie it shorter. Put some super glue on here. You know, let me wash my hands real quick. I got lead wire all over. Yeah. Now we can work on the fluke body. Now we can work on a fluke body. So, I think we start off with a slight veil, little liquid fusion. That's how she goes. We did it last time. We'll do it again this way. It's gonna be mostly just V-tied and then fold it back. Very simple. Nothing crazy. A lot of times the simple flies are the ones that we end up using the most. I'm gonna trim it. We're gonna end up trimming it anyways, do a final trimming later. So now we need some tan here and a pretty long length. Not that. Now if I fold this in half, I don't know if this is gonna be able to work, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try and be cheap here. Cut it, fold it. Should work. You don't need much thread wrapping for a V-tie. I got all this like leftover stuff, dude. I gotta start banging out some kinky mothers for Angler's Marketplace. Kind of got stuck with like all this material after they wanted to switch it up completely, and I ordered all this stuff. So I gotta get back into doing some heavy commercial stuff. Pick a couple days a week and just bang out a bunch of flies. And do some stuff for some shops, of course, as usual. Okay. Move forward. We should have used a little super glue. Yo, what's going on, Frosty? Life with the AC is much better. Probably would have already been done streaming by now if we didn't have AC at the moment. It was so hot. Really the humidity. But I got that son of a gun cranking. We got no music because I got the sound suppression on, or the noise suppression for the AC, but the sweet sound of silence is also accompanied by a nice cool air. But we're just tying, we're just hanging out. We'll be honest with you, my back is starting to already act up. How wonderful. All right, so we don't need to go super long here, but we do want to go a little bit longer, so something like this. And we're going to start building up this fluke body. Fair trade? Yeah. Yeah, I played guitar the other day. I probably lost like 2 pounds for playing for like an hour with no AC on. Holy. I was sweating so much. I normally sweat like crazy while playing guitar anyway. I don't know why. But man, I legitimately probably lost like a pound. Now I got the AC, it's nice. Because with the amp on too, even with my guitar amp on, and then the lights and stuff, dude, it was so hot. That orange amp kind of gets hot. That is a benefit over the Line 6. The Line 6 does not have a giant power amp in it. It doesn't get hot. It is a benefit. But the orange amp, you turn it on and it works. The Line 6, it has to like boot up and stuff. There's benefits to each. Oh, we gotta add some rubber legs. Is there a certain type of chenille better for claws? I'll show you just which one I use. I think it's the fine chenille or the ultra chenille. But no, you just want regular chenille or just standard chenille, but in whatever size you want to use. I like the ultra; it seems to work, but you could probably go one step size above this. I don't know what that is. I really only ever use chenille for this. Traditional chenilles, you know, compared to a Staz or something. But I'd say just use whatever you like. There are some chenilles that I've gotten for like wrapping and on the hook and stuff that just fall apart. So that hairline ultra chenilles works really well. So I can recommend that one at least. Oh, you try that sand Sea of Thieves out or what? Seems like right up your alley. I was thinking about trying it at some point, but I just have not been in the gaming mind. I've been playing a little AoE, getting my ass kicked by the computer. That's the most I do. I play for like 20 minutes, lose to the computer, and then get back to editing. But I've been watching Peanut and Gimmick and then play the Sand Raiders game or whatever, Sophie. All right, let's keep moving. Keep time. Yeah, my back is really starting to... I was moving stuff around in the basement earlier today. That's probably why. I got to do some stretching. Stretching is nice, but it doesn't fix everything, but it does help. But... Alright, let's see. Can we add some dark brown? How long is this stuff? It might be really small. Oh yeah, I remember it just like fell out of the freaking zip tie last time. Classic. So we just jammed it in here. I started playing World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade past a little bit. Nice. Yeah, I was playing. I never played WoW, or I played a little bit back in the day, but then when Classic came out, I played a little because my buddy was, and then me and Frosty played. I was playing in the new WoW Plus or whatever. That was fun. And I was like PvPing in that. But WoW is the sort of game where you can only play that if you like hate yourself essentially. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna spend all of my time playing this game when I'm not doing what I need to do, because that's what it turns into. I was like, I gotta stop playing this shit. Dangerous. Takes over. I'm like, I gotta make fly time videos. I gotta do this, that. I'm over here playing Classic Plus in a dungeon, trying to sneak past these bosses where we're not even supposed to be, so I can get this weapon for PvP. Like, I remember trying to. Yeah, the fact you have to pay this, if you could just buy the game, that'd be one thing. But yeah, that particularly was like, I'm done with that shit. But yeah, I don't really have much time to game nowadays. So what I do is I play like Age of Empires, a strategy game, and I'll load it up, play like 20 minutes or so, or like 30 minutes, lose, and then get back to editing fly time or getting some fly time done, or editing a battle report, or organizing stuff around here. I've been spending a bunch of time working on my room here because it's been same layout forever, so I'm starting to get everything organized with the fly tying and particularly all of my miniature stuff, which is been like a multi-week event, slowly figuring out how I'm doing it. But I think I just got to get some shelves now and I'm set, dude. Good to go. Some shelves are going to be nice. Free up even more space. Yeah, WoW is... You got to dedicate yourself to it, because it'll suck you in. Suck you in and suck you off. Yeah, I did. I did get the straight edge to make sure the neck was straight. So I've set the adjustment on most of the necks. And then, which is nice then, as opposed to just like eyeballing it. And then I got some stuff to check the frets and all that. Most of my guitars are good, but it's more so if you're gonna like get a cheap guitar and you wanna, or even some of the older ones. But the main thing is I gotta swap out some of the bridge components on my Fenders because they're all rusted out. So now I can adjust the string height and intonation. But I got the Gibsons set up fairly good. I'm still learning what to do, but now with those tools, it makes it a little bit easier. The main thing is now I got this new polishing system. I haven't done it, but my telly strings are shot. So I got to take the strings off and I got to polish all the frets, and there's all these different grits that it comes with. So I haven't learned how to do it, but it seems very simple. It does seem like it's going to take way longer, but it's a way better job than what I was doing with Scotch-Brite pads. So there's that. Let's add another rubber leg here because I tied the other one in a little bit late. Yeah, I've been sitting outside at night when it cools down, just hanging out, you know, watching a stream or something, and like usually I'm working on video ideas on my notebook on my phone. But dude, the mosquitoes today, like, and it's been okay, like there's been some mosquitoes, but it hasn't been terrible. Something happened recently, dude. The mosquitoes, holy crap. There were so many of them. Like, they came out in force today. And, yeah, it's like a constant battle. I'm, like, constantly sitting there, like, it's like war, you know, trying, because one will come up and bite me, and I instantly smash it. And one bit me one was here in my room earlier. I was like, what the, how the hell are they even getting in here? Just came through the screen door or something. But we don't use like chemicals or pesticides or anything, so I just got to slap them as they try and drink my sweet blood, which I can't let them. It's mine. It's definitely war, though. I've literally killed probably 20 mosquitoes today as they were trying to bite me, just with a good old slap on the leg. You know what I mean? I'm like a ninja. Yeah, they've really gotten bad recently. So I was like, man, I should go fishing down here. I was like, if there's this many mosquitoes right here, it's going to be absolutely terrible at the creek. So if I do go fishing, man, and I'm normally not a fan of wearing any sort of like bug spray stuff. I might generally actually have to wear some bug spray. Because I think it's that time of year now where maybe a bunch hatched or something. I don't know what happened, but it's like in a couple days the mosquito population like exploded. I feel like one's biting me right now. They're getting in my head. See, it's a psychological warfare because you can't sit there and enjoy your durry time outside, you know, in the hookah lounge. It's like I'm on watch, and they could charge our trench line at any moment, you know. They're keeping me on edge, bastards. Problem is when it goes dark, you know. I don't have the budget for the night vision, so they see better than me. That's the issue. There is only war. That's what you meant. Yeah, yeah. In the end, there's only war. That's Conflict 47's quote, by the way, I think. I should know this. It's essentially a Conflict 47 content creator. Dude, I'm telling you, I keep thinking that, I keep feeling like they're biting me, bro. They gotten in my head. The mosquitoes are winning the war, dude. Mosquitoes are winning the war. Did we get a raid or something? No, right? Okay. Well, appreciate you folks hanging out. Appreciate it. All right. How are we looking? Looking all right. We're making progress. Slowly but surely. I want to tie that material all the way up to the front. The eyes are probably going to go about here somewhere, so. I tell you what, though, at some point I do want to get back to a little game in here once I get caught up. I gotta get back in the groove. Fly tying and fishing videos, Mike rolls dice, being able to bang out both. I was in roosterfish tying mode. I got to get back into fishing mode. I haven't been wanting to go fishing. That also helped motivate me to make some more fishing and fly tying videos. It just sucks, man. The fishing sucks. So, like, I really need to get a good morale boost around here with the fishing. Man, it's like I need it. And I can go on somebody's boat, catch some fish, yada, yada, yada. We tried that. That still didn't work. But I need to go catch them from shore, you know? I needed, like, a reminder that I can actually still fish. These bass are getting in my head, or the lack of bass is getting in my head. It's driving me crazy. Alright, we got rubber legs here. We're good. Now we're just tying our last tie here. I am going to put in some of our super secret sauce. Put some dry ice in the corner, helps keep them away. Luckily, I actually don't have mosquitoes in my room. I just like, I think they actually have gotten in my head, psychological warfare. But dry ice, really, that's interesting. Really, the main issue is when I'm outside, but... So we have some, like, all-natural dunks that we have, because we have a little pond in the backyard. Very small, like, man-made pond. You know, like a plastic one, but it's like, you know, it's big enough. But we have a filter in there and a pump in there, so it has running water to try and stop it. But I think in the back corner there, it could still get in there. But we put this little, like, natural dunks in there, so it's stuff that doesn't hurt, you know, if the birds drink it or whatever. But I don't think it's... I think it's just... My mom was like, oh, I think it's just that. I'm like, I think it's just the tide. I think it's just a lot of mosquitoes out. I don't think it's, like, specific here, obviously. But I think something happened. I think it must have been like a hatch or something recently. That, or maybe the right weather scenario or something, and they're booming right now or something. The right heat and humidity for the eggs or something. I don't know, for the spawn. Next week, I'm gonna try and do some fishing from shore. That's the real challenge, because I'm sure we can go catch... I would hope we can go catch something from the boat. But, like Calvin was saying, that's boat fish. I gotta try and catch something from shore here. Boost my my confidence level. I'm gonna hit up some spots. Some good moving water, fairly shallow areas. I'm gonna try and fish some flies like this, fish some other flies. See how I make out. I gotta go get a beach sticker and stuff though. It's just like a pain in the ass, you know. I gotta go do all this stuff. Because it's summertime now, so. But I tell you what, you park without a sticker, motherfuckers, they're good at one thing out here, and that's giving parking tickets. I'll tell you that much. That and catching somebody drunk driving if they can make 10 grand off you. I think we're just gonna have to leave this shit like this. Yeah, I don't know, the cone's a little, I think because the angle too with the cone. Is there any way I could have gotten this cone sitting a little bit nicer? I think we're gonna have to work with the dumbbell eye. Today was good. I'm in for shore fishing. Cool, cool. Nah, I'm just gonna leave it like this. It's just an experimental one. It'll probably still fish just fine. With the jig hook here and the way we're tying it, this cone's a little awkward, but whatever. I guess maybe I can get one more tie here if I'm lucky. Yeah, the cone wasn't it, but you know, this is why we experiment and we try new things. The dumbbell eyes are definitely nice. The cone may work, it just may be the wrong size cone for the wrong size jig hook and all that. It's definitely not as clean of a look as I would like for my standards. I'm trying to come up with a fly, you know what I mean? But that's okay. I'm sure it'll still fish fine. I'm sure it'll still fish fine, but I do like it better with the jig eyes, I will say. That I do. That I do. But it's good to test it out. It still could work with cone, like I said. You might just need the right cone. Right size jig hook or something. Because it's a weird angle, you know what I mean? Or maybe if I didn't have it sitting on the bend and I had it sitting more down. But then we're losing so much real estate to try and tie a fluke fly on this little hook, so I just kind of jammed it in there. Bob your uncle, you know? Bob your uncle, mate. I'm gonna brush this out. We'll trim it up. Man, I'm getting hungry, I tell you what. What do we got here? Wipeout. Oh, those were PlayStation 1 games. Wipeout. FX Zero. Like, what the hell is written on there? Don't mind me, just my social security numbers. Alright, we gotta get all the rubber legs off to the side. Oh, I gotta remember too, at the end of the stream, look up that Kankalon stuff that Joe was talking about. That and the resins. I got some research. It'll be a little bit. But we'll do some videos. We got some good video ideas. get back in the groove of making some good videos for the fly tie and stuff. Or fishing. Alright. Got that crap out of the way. Now we can trim this thing. I mean, it's still going to work. It's not going to be half bad. It just doesn't look as pretty as I'd like it to. With the cone, or with the bead versus instead of the dumbbell. You can also do a cheap resin cure, then do a light coat of solar res. You're just saying in general with the resins? You might be far behind. We haven't talked about the resin for a little bit, unless you're just mentioning it now. One thing I've noticed, YouTube will lag you far behind sometimes. I don't know if it's just like my browser or what, but I'll have to like fast forward in the stream sometimes. I don't know why. Twitch, on the other hand, it like really only gives you the option for the current stream, so it'll load every time to the current point. So with YouTube, you can go back and like watch like it's a VOD with the current live stream, which is nice. But I like have noticed I watch YouTube live a lot that I have to like either refresh the stream every so often or just like scroll ahead on the timeline of the video to make sure it's like up to date. That's one thing I have noticed. So sometimes I'll type something and realize I'm not actually watching the current. I'm like behind in the stream quite a bit. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't happening to you. Because if, particularly on my computer, if I'm watching a stream for a couple hours, or even for a little bit, but generally the longer you watch it, the more it like starts lagging behind. Yeah. Are YouTube's lagging in general or what? Or you just mean like it's just YouTube lagging or something? Or it's like and it's buffering of it, so you could slowly get behind on the stream or something? All you got to do is scroll forward. Now we can move these off to the side. Yeah, I'm not really happy with the bead chain and all that, but you know what? That's okay. I also put way too much material on the belly, so I ended up having to trim way more than I normally would. Again, that's okay. Yeah, the cone kind of just threw me off in general here. All right, you know what? I tell you what, I'm going to start. I got to get some flies up on Anglers Marketplace, dude. I mentioned I've been going to do that. I got to do that. I have a ton of Kinky Muddler supplies, and I have Kinky Muddler tails ready to go. I'm going to start doing that. Because I haven't been really tying much after the order and everything. So I got to get back into the groove of it. But I've been talking about it for so long, I finally got to do it. Put some flies up there. Yeah, like this will totally fish and work. Like you can totally go catch largemouth bass with this thing too. It's so wacky and weird. But yeah, hop in there, Cracker Roll. We still got one more giveaway to do. And again, don't forget, folks, this is going to be the last month of Twitch marble racing. After this, we're going to be doing some sort of format probably in the chat with like a command where you type something. We're not doing it now, but it'll be a way that we could do it for YouTube and Twitch, hopefully. I'm pretty certain I can do this. If not, we're going to have to find some way of doing it. But we will continue to be giving away flies every month, so. Yeah, it just sucks, you know, there's no integration for YouTube. And there's been times where we've had like 20, 30 people watching on YouTube, and there's been like nobody watching on Twitch. And everyone's like, why the hell is it Twitch only? But I think it's fair that, you know, just in general, that everyone has a chance at it, right? So we've done it for a long time. We've given away so many flies. So we're still going to be doing it. Just going to be in a way that everyone gets a chance to. It's not going to be as fun because it's not a marble flying down a track, but it's still cool. Doesn't mean we can't do marble races, but chances are we're probably not going to do many of them, if I'm being honest. We're not going to be doing those randomly for fun. We got flies to tie. We got other things to do. But hey, we've done 2 races per month for the past 6 years or something, 7 years maybe or something. So we've done quite a lot of marble racing in our time, I should say. Some epic races. I squeezed this bottle a little bit, and now I ruined. What did I do? There we go. It's kind of calming down now, but there we go. Let me just get glue all over my fingers. Yep, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Everything's going swimmingly. The cone didn't work. We're getting glue everywhere. Fantastic. Yeah, we're just having fun tying. Like I said, I bet you this still works. Stripers don't care. I do like the last week's version better though, with the dumbbell eyes. Gives me more room to work with. I think I might get a different type of dumbbell eye or something. I don't know. We're just gonna throw this in the fly box, and it'll be like a random thing that I have that I chuck and probably catch like the biggest fish that day because it's the ugly one. Watch. That's how it usually works. I don't want to get more glue on my hands. I'm just going to press it down. It'll do something. Yeah. Okay, so we're not using the cone anymore. I'll give you a close-up, but you can get slotted cones. Yeah, I know. The dumbbell eyes work good, though. I was just curious. I had the cone, right? I think the cone, the problem is, unless we had a really long shank hook, the cone, you kind of really run out of real estate. I guess they do have the slotted ones, but I mean, a dumbbell eye virtually does the same thing, right? In a cleaner way. So it'll still get the job done. You fish this on the edge of a flat, I guarantee you a bass is still going to eat it, right? It's kind of like a jig at this point with a jig head. So it's not like it's going to, it's not like they're not going to eat it. But as a fly, in terms of like the fit and finish, I like this version better in terms of like how the head came out, you know what I mean? And I don't mind having, I think if I just go maybe with a tan or like a maybe even red. Red could be nice because it kind of looks like a gill, I guess, if we went with just red dumbbell eyes, you know what I mean, to go with it. The orange is nice, though, because the orange is a nice color in general for striper stuff. And what the hell's going on? My dashboard or something crashed on me. And orange works really good for crab stuff. You know what I mean? So that is one benefit. Damn, dude, I'm shot. I don't know why. I'm just so tired. Been struggling today. Drinking some green tea and stuff earlier. I was moving stuff around, doing this and that. It was super hot. The AC is nice. I was just sitting in the heat probably for most of the day. It was taking its toll on me, to say the least. All right, let's tie another one here. We're going to tie it with a dumbbell eye, a red dumbbell eye. It's going to be much cleaner. I had some crabs on the beach I found in Seattle this last weekend. Oh, you held some crabs? Nice. I know, for you, that's like, you don't see saltwater that often, right? So that's a little bit more special. I was like, you saw a crab. Okay, that's cool. But you got to hold one. Yeah, under the rocks. Yeah, they're probably some sort of green crab, more than likely. Let's use a little olive. Oh no, I got pink. Let's use the pink. Why? Because it's different. I think we're just going to do one knot this time. Keep it simple. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot. I got to order materials. Somebody ordered 12 8-inch squid flies, so I got to order some hooks, some feathers. You just had crawdads in Arkansas? Yep. I call barred owls into my backyard, though. Yeah, you do have other cool things there. I will say it. I don't know if I could live without the salt water, but if I was raised not near it, then I probably wouldn't even care. Oh, this is funky. This almost looks like eyes or something. But yeah, after spending my whole life, dude, it'd be, I don't know, it'd be hard. Though I haven't really been spending much time around the water nowadays. The lack of fish for me. Maybe I'll go this weekend. I gotta work on some videos and stuff, but I need to, dude, I'm telling you, I need to win in the fishing department. You need to get that confidence level up. Oh, show. I need to catch some fish from shore in my areas that I've always caught for years. If I can't do that, then I'm in trouble. I'll probably go out to Montauk, catch some nice fish, but like, there's got to be some fish in the bay here I can catch. A couple schoolies or something, dude. All it takes is one, that's right. Well, I haven't caught a striped bass in a year and a half. Almost a year and a half. I think it was some point in the early fall last year I caught some. Caught a ton of albies. Thank God for albie fishing. It's hard to make fly fishing videos when you ain't catching nothing. That's for certain. I spent so much time fishing this spring, dude, from shore. Well, last year was the same thing, so this year it was easier for me to get to be like, all right, well, there's no fish around for me or something. Dead whale washing up out east? I don't know. Probably it happens all the time. They get hit by boats. They die of natural causes. They could be dying from God knows what, them slamming pylons in the water or something. Who knows? But I didn't hear anything specifically. There was one a while back that they buried on the beach over here, where we used to go park near the end of the road at the main beach. But I haven't heard anything recently. But for all I know, there could be. I barely leave the house nowadays, Frosty. Go to the Bev, the bank, and maybe the fly shop. That's about it. I'm gonna mix up some colors. What did they do when the whales wash up? They bury them in the sand. Otherwise, it's like they could literally like explode. I don't know what other places do, but that's what they do around here. They dig a giant pit of sand in the sand on the beach and bury the whale, which doesn't really seem that smart because, I mean, eventually, I feel like that you're just creating like a whale bomb underground, like it's, but I guess maybe that's better than it being above shore or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a safer way to do it. But I know if you leave them alone, they'll freaking heat up, gases build up, and they'll like explode. Yeah. Yeah, well, there was no way they were going to get it out of certain spots, right? So they just bury it. But it's literally right where everyone sits at the beach. So there's like a giant rotting dead whale underneath like where everyone sits at the beach, which I always think is crazy. Let's put some rubber legs. We'll use some tan for this one. I'm telling you, that's why I always picture like one day. What if it does like the whale's juices have been building up and it gets so hot or something and it's just like boom. People go like flying in the air covered in like whale goop into the water. I'm telling you right now, the smell was so bad. I think they just wanted to bury it just for that reason. They're like, we can't move this thing. We have to bury it now. You could smell it from so far away. I was fishing the miles away. You could smell it. It was so bad. That's a lot of animal, a lot of flesh rotting, you know? Big old animal. I don't remember. I think it was a humpback or it could have been a pilot or something. Forgot what sort of whale it was. I think it was like last year, if I'm not wrong. Something. I don't know. I'm slowly losing my mind, so. At least when I was clamming, I would leave the house. Now I don't. So I'm just like living in a world of fly tying delusion and what's the goddamn name? DaVinci Resolve video editing software. That's what my life is comprised of nowadays. Hopefully earn enough each month, pay the bills, and do it all over again. You skirt. Not too shabby though. But I gotta get out. I gotta get out, dude. Do some fishing, do something, get out of the house. Slowly losing my mind in here. Lack of striper fishing. It'll do that to a man, you know? Drive you crazy. They say you can only take it so long before you start trout fishing. Tyson chicken plants in my hometown. Oh my god, dude. Chicken farms. Yeah, you pass by a chicken farm, like a commercial sized chicken farm. You want to talk about bad smell? We shouldn't get into it just in case anyone's eating. But yeah. I remember in Turkey, we were staying in this small town on the coast. You had to pass by this like commercial chicken farm and you could smell it for like miles. A very particular smell of the chicken shit and all that. But yeah. God forbid you gotta live near that. Like real close to it to where it's like that bad, yeah. Like next door or something. Wouldn't be a fun one. Oh, I just realized I'm an idiot. We're not gonna be able to tie the white. Alright, well that's alright. You want to wait till the end to tie or as far forward to tie the dumbbell eyes. I completely forgot, but that's all good. Oops. Really what matters is the top, but I'm sure we could probably fit something on the bottom in the further up. Oh, the farms, but the plants that they're in town. And that might have been what it was, or it might have been an actual chicken farm. I think it was an actual chicken farm. The one I was talking about, but maybe it was a plant too. I'll never forget that smell though. That was like, cause I've smelt farms. I've been to small farms before where they have like hundreds of chickens and like cows and stuff and sheep. But that like this is in Turkey. This must have been like a large commercial sized chicken either farming or processing place. I don't know what. They said it was a farm. But that was whew. Yeah. I ain't like going to a small farm for sure. Some regular animals. Yeah, the processing plant, huh? What was the name of that one book? I actually really liked that book. It was like, I remember it was like one of the first books where things were starting to get effed up. They were like, it was Slaughterhouse, I think it was the one. It documents like a slaughterhouse and its conditions in like the 1920s or something. That book was crazy. I remember reading it. I forgot what grade it was, but I was like, whoa, okay, they're giving us books that aren't like, safe anymore. Ah, when they burn the feathers. Oh, I'll tell you though, there's a duck farm. There's a duck farm near where we did the bunker. I can't believe I forgot about that. Dude, that was, oh my God, the smell of that was so bad. And this is where it's like they have like greenhouse type pens where they have like ducks and they process them there too. This is in the town north of us, Frosty. Dude, the smell of that place was freaking terrible. We had to sit there. We had dead bunker and we had duck shit. It was like, ugh. I just remember that. Yeah, but those were like, I bet you back then the duck farms were different. This is like commercial duck farming, indoor animal farming. You know what I mean? Like that sort of stuff that they do nowadays. I believe that was the duck farm that had to kill off a ton of their ducks because of bird flu. I think you're right. The one out east here. It's one of the only ones I think still remaining. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty certain like all those ducks, you don't see them outside. They're sitting in those like. Oh, you need to get a bat house. Yeah, we have bats. You see them down here at the water every year. I think bats are actually going extinct. Or like they're endangered, the certain species of bats here on Long Island. There's this whole thing where they're all getting like some sort of disease and they can't figure out why. I remember somebody was telling me some sort of bat species here on Long Island or in the East Coast or something. Something's going on with the bats and it ain't good. And bats are good because they're eating all the mosquitoes. There ain't no blood-sucking bats out here. Where are vampire bats? I think they're only in like South America somewhere or something, right? For the mosquitoes, you're right. But the thing is, I have such a small backyard, it's not like an ideal spot or something, you know? I guess you could put some sort of makeshift bat house in a tree and hope they find it. But, yeah. There's probably more ideal roosting areas. I have such a small piece of property. Because, like, the house next to us wraps around us almost entirely, and there's another house on the other side. I'm, like, trapped. Trapped like a rat, Frank. I'm trapped like a rat. I haven't watched any of the new It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for the past, like, 5-6 years. I have to, like, one day go back and watch it. As, like, one of the biggest It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fans of, like, all time from the old school days. I used to be able to quote, like, every episode word for word. Can't really do that nowadays, but... used to. I wonder if I can get, like, a really, really short fiber tie on the bottom. We're just experimenting. We might as well. Like a rat in a cage. Mm-hmm. Trapped like a rat. Yeah, see, the problem is you'd have to make it so short. I'm not even going to waste my time. It's fine. Just do one more tie on top. Fill it up a little bit. Bada beam, bada boom. Hey, yo, whoa, whoa, hey, yo. Whoa, whoa, hey, yo. I don't remember the one documentary, but they did the meat industry and they're feeding the chicken so much they only take a few steps before they have to take a sit. Yeah, if you look at like chickens aren't supposed to be that big. But yeah, we've definitely done horrific things to this world. And sticking chickens in pens and fattening them up like that to where they can't, their entire existence is they don't even move and they're just going to end up in a KFC bucket is definitely not a fun one to probably live out. And it's comfortable, somewhat comfortable probably life until you look, there's probably millions of them in there and they're all like, it's like a psych ward for birds that aren't mentally unstable at first, probably. All right. That's the reason I started deer hunting, right? I told you guys this. I stopped eating meat for like, what was it? Like a year or two? And strictly only ate, or didn't eat any meat and until I was able to shoot my first deer. I used that as motivation. And if you don't eat meat for a year, dude, I'm telling you, you will go out there and you will make sure you put yourself in the right spot. You don't make too much noise. You go back caveman, or you go back to like, 3, 4, 5,000 years ago. You're like, I can't screw this up, bro. I'm not going hunting until next week. Might not even see anything. I eat meat, but I eat it pretty limited nowadays. And we try to get stuff that is better and is organic and this and that, and definitely costs a little bit more. But we just eat less, I also just don't eat as much as I used to. I used to eat so much. Now I eat less food in general. And I used to eat like massive portions and stuff like that. Like I don't need to be eating like a half a chicken's worth of chicken when I sit down, you know what I mean? Especially these chickens, these freak abomination chickens that we get. Anyways, somebody's like looking down at their chicken plate like, damn, man. Nah, enjoy it, dude. Enjoy your mutant chicken. There's a reason why we do it. It's because they're nice, big, and fat and juicy. Mmm. Yeah, yeah. Well, I gotta say, I do love eating meat. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I would definitely not go, I can't, like, it's definitely, I think, an important part of my diet, but I don't eat a lot of it. I'll say that. But, God, I love chicken. I will say that. I do love me some good bird, some poultry. And every once in a while, some red meat. I definitely scaled back the red meat, just in general. Made some lifestyle changes for my heart in particular. All right. I'm going to brush her up. Yeah, we did all that testing. I have like an irregular heartbeat thing, but it's not like a big issue. But for a while, we were a little worried. They were like, we got to do some testing. They probably just want to get a bunch of money out of the insurance. But my arteries and everything look pretty good, so. But I stopped drinking, just in general. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and eat a little bit better, do this. I'm getting older. I stopped drinking coffee. Switched to tea. And I don't really eat too many sweets. Don't eat a lot of fried things. I probably should eat more, like, I should have a better distribution of vegetables, though, in general. Or more vegetables. But really just, like, cutting down also the amount of food that I eat. It's hard. Especially with some good chronic, you know what I mean? But it's also easy for me to say the tobacco cuts the appetite down like crazy. Okay, we're trimming this up right now. At some point I gotta stop smoking that crap. Luckily I roll my own though. If I was smoking like pre-rolled cigarettes, dude, you want to talk about a freaking rip? Oh my god, dude. How much money people spend on that is crazy. It blows my mind. Boss was spending like hundreds of dollars on a carton of cigarette or a couple cartons of cigarettes. It was crazy. I don't know why I say boss. I'm not working for that fucking guy anymore. The dude I worked for. It's better. Just kind of shape this up a little bit. You know what? I'm not going to put eyes on this one, actually. I'm just going to fish it the way it is. Also, I kind of a little sloppy on the trimming here at the end. This could have been better. You know what happened is you kind of get to the material at the end where it's sitting in the zip tie and it gets that fold and bend, and that's what happened here. I used some of that stuff, so you kind of gets that bend to it, so just could have been a little bit cleaner up by the head here, the way it ended up trimming up. But again, like, this is me being nitpicky. If you're going fishing, dude, this is something I always try to stress. Even the ugly one, let's say you sit down, you tie a couple flies, you're like, man, yeah, nice, nice. And this one, you're like, I don't know, dude. Bring it with you and fish it. Because it's always the ugly ones, man, that are just... they'll surprise you. I don't know what it is. There's something about an ugly fly that's got a special juju to it. Where it's like... doesn't necessarily look appealing when you pull it out of the box, but there's some, like, magic to, like, an ugly fly that can be a fish catcher at times. I don't know what it is. I always keep all my old ugly flies from when I was a kid, and I gave them to a friend of mine when he started fly fishing. This is really what changed my mind, when it's like the fly doesn't really matter as much when it comes to the presentation. The presentation is the most important thing. Was I gave him all these old ugly flies. He started fly fishing, and dude, he started slamming fish out of nowhere. I didn't think he was going to catch anything. The problem was I was tying him really nice flies. He's learning how to fly fish, so he's smacking the rocks. So he was going burning through like $10 surf. I could have sold those surf candies $8, $9, $10. He was burning through those like left and right. I'm like, let me give you the ugly flies from when I was a kid. So at least if you like break them against the rocks, you can just whip out another one from my bag, because I gave him a huge bag of old flies from when I was like younger, because I just never fished them. I just kept them over the years, you know, that I tied that I wasn't happy with. And he was just catching albies left and right, bass, this and that. And I was like, all right, that changed my mind completely. It's not like whether this one looks like way cleaner in my opinion, right? Looks like pretty well executed compared to something like this or this. This is more the sort of things that we're going to see out of the water. In the water, they're going to fish virtually or equally very close to the same, as long as they, you know, fish the same. There's similarly tied. The fish aren't going to care, dude. The fish don't care. They don't give two shits whether you tied it absolutely perfectly or not. As long as it swims properly and you present it right, that's the most important thing. That really is the most important thing. You know what I mean? It took me a while to get over that, because I would love to say, like, yeah, you know, especially like a lot of the flies that I tie for orders and stuff and this and that, you know, it takes a long time to get to a certain point to be able to tie flies consistently to a certain level. And I would love to say, yeah, you know, my flies are guaranteed to do better than somebody that's just been starting or something. But to be honest with you, as long as they tie it to a certain level, it really comes down to putting that fly in the right spot. Now, the reason why you might buy a fly from me instead of like a Chinese fly tying, you know, wholesale thing, is it's more than likely going to be more durable. It is going to more than likely going to have the right proportions or swim better or whatever, or this way you tie your own. But what do you call it? Yeah, really what it comes down to is like putting it in the right spot. That's really what it comes down to. So it took me a while to learn that, but once you do that, then you're going to realize, okay, it's not the fly, it's you, and it's me. I'm the reason why I'm not catching fish, because I'm not putting the fly in the right spot. I'm not putting it in the right way, and maybe there's just no fish right here at this tide, and I need to move and do something else. It's more than likely not going to be the fact that I'm using a chartreuse deceiver instead of a pink one. You know what I mean? Or a slightly 4.5-inch deceiver instead of a 4-inch. You know what I mean? So the classic, it's not you, it's me. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That being said, there's always flies, right? That tend to perform better and this and that. And that's where I think it's always like confidence is a big thing too. I'm lacking that right now. I need to rebuild it. I need to get out there on foot, go do some fishing from shore, go catch some fish. That's going to be an important thing I need to do. I got to get out there and do that. So, especially if I'm going to be making videos and stuff, dude, it's hard to like, it's one thing to like make a fly time video is one thing, you know what I mean? But like when I don't feel like fishing and I don't feel like fly tying and then I don't feel like making videos for it, you know? And I just came out of all this commercial fly tying where it's like tying for work for like 2 months or a month and a half straight. So I got to get back in the groove of things. It's tough. Like I don't want to sit down and spend an entire week's worth of time behind the computer making a video about fly fishing when I haven't caught a striped bass in a year and a half. So it's tough. It's tough. So that being said, all this information is still the same, and it's not like I've gotten any worse of a fisherman, or something. It's just I got to change up some of my tactics here, I guess, or some of the areas too. But I need to get that. I need to go out, get some good fishing in, and then get motivated to fish, fly tie, make videos. So no matter what, I got videos I'm working on. But you know what I mean? It's like I don't want to be like, oh, I got to do another fly. I got to do a video about fly fishing for striped bass in the summer and roll my eyes. I want to be excited about it. I want to be excited about striper fishing in the summer. So I need to get myself in the right mindset. So I got to get out there. I'm gonna probably make at some point this weekend. I got to stream Saturday nights. I stream on YouTube and Twitch for Mike Rolls Dice for miniature stuff. Sunday we usually film games. So, and I have a ton of editing to do, but I'll try and get out there at some point, get some fresh air, probably try and do some fishing at night somewhere. Maybe when it's a little windy because the mosquitoes are so freaking bad right now. So, a little breeze wouldn't hurt for that. Feel the same. I wasn't fishing much in school and was tying flies. Yeah, I mean, I go through waves of everything in general. That's how I am and my personality, where I'll play guitar a lot, and then I'll maybe get into this game or like Magic, and then I'll get into this, I'll get into that, and miniature, and then I'll be painting and then I'll do this or fishing. But the fishing has been pretty consistent, my entire life in the tide. But dude, this is the longest I've gone without catching a striper, a year and a half almost. So, and the fishing just the past couple of years, dude, I just have struggled with striped bass. And again, if I go on a boat and I go out to Montauk, it's one thing. We can catch them and stuff, and that's how I have been. But like these areas I've been fishing for my entire life, they've just like the fishing has just really died off, So luckily, all the stuff that I want to teach you guys I had the knowledge I have when it comes to like and a lot of it's like translating stuff that I've learned from other people. It's not like I figured this shit out on my own. I had to read books and learn from other fishermen. But like, how to work a jetty, how to work edges, we could do a whole video on stripping your fly over a sandbar, for instance. You know what I mean? That in itself deserves probably about an hour's worth of just talking about and how to execute it properly. You guys can use that and go catch some fish. So, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I got an anti-fish shot. Maybe they suckered me in or something. They gave me like some sort of like, some repellent for striped bass or something. I like the streams in the bay with that osprey nest. Yeah. There's a lot of places around here. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some streams. That's another thing. It worked with the cinderworm hatch or the cinderworm spawn. We got to do some fishing streams. To be a little tough, but we'll try and do that every once in a while. I forgot about that. I got it set up. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Discord, and then we're gonna finish off the stream with our marble race. Wrap it on up. So this is the bottle you got, huh? Okay. Yeah, it's 4. Is that 4 ounces? How many ounces does it say? 48 or something, or no, 4 ounce. Looks like a 4 ounce, or maybe it looks larger, but it says 4, I think. The last ever marble race. You never know, we might do another one day. So this is the Kankalon, huh? Gotcha. 100% Kankalon. X Precision. Yep. Okay. The African collection. Gotcha. Yeah. So this is great for like bunker flies, by the way. Amazon one looks better. Okay. We'll take a look. Guy Marina took pictures of boat. Surprised me. Got 3 teen stripers on random flies. Oh, nice. So you ended up you did get on some fish. Okay, good. Very nice. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. That's good to see. And a juvenile bald eagle. Hell yeah. All I hear is cankles. Nice, good. Well, Zeke's getting on some fish at least. That's good to see. The problem is when I get on the boat, the fish don't. I'm telling you, I got an anti-striper shot or something, dude. Oh, is this the what you were talking about for that? So let's take a look what we missed. Man, some of these look sick, Calvin. So we got Reverie Realms going bass fishing and snakehead fishing. I love this right here. That looks great. And nice little bait fish fly here. Very cool. A little sort of like rabbit strip woolly bugger type thing. Yeah, yeah. Now here, oh, you went all out. So what'd you do here? Was that like some sort of lead putty or something? What the hell did you do down here, Calvin? That's definitely gonna sink, that's for certain. Did something an epoxy did or something?
Damn, I keep missing the streams due to Twitch not sending notifications anymore.
Son of a bitch.
Mic and chat. Folded hands emoji.
Son of a bitch on the damn Twitch. Keep missing the streams, dude. Twitch not sending notifications anymore. What's going on, Jin? How's it going, brother? I hope you're doing good. You should know that. I mean, 6:37 is around the time. We should at least be live at that point. But I appreciate it, dude. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I wonder what you used. Did you use some sort of like lead? Or some sort of dust that you mixed with it or something? Yo, appreciate it, Jin, as well, my friend. Oh, you guys can't hear it because I have the sound muted. But round of applause for my long time mod and viewer, Jin. Appreciate it, brother. How you doing? You been doing any fishing? These look great, by the way. These look great. I want to know what you did for the belly, though. You still think I have a memory? I don't know. I mean, somewhat. They give you some responsibility over there at the post office. I hope you're doing well, dude. What have you been up to, Jin? You been doing any fishing? We got some Alflexos. Nice. So where did you, these are pre-made crab legs, obviously, right? Yeah, look good. Looking good. And these look nice. Squid flies. This is almost, looks like a, forgot the name of these squid flies. They almost look like the old Mega Mushu ones, but I forgot the name of these. I think there's a name for that specific squid fly, if I'm not wrong. A famous squid fly. A Burberry El Flexo crab? I don't know, maybe. And then looks like some sort of Kinky Muddler-esque version with some bucktail. Very nice. Hell yeah, dude. Very nice. Killing it. Killing it. Good stuff, chat. You guys are doing good as always. Calvin's tying some sick-ass flies. And we are... Boop. All right. Chat. Whew. Hooked 2 big ones at night on the Cape last week and didn't land them. At least you got tight, dude. At least you got tight. I had one fish grab a fly this spring when we streamed the cinderworm stuff. That's the only action I've had all year. And I caught a couple shad. But I gotta get out there and go fishing, dude. Gotta get out there and go fishing. All right, this is very well could be. I mean, more than likely, this is probably the last marble race giveaway we're doing. We're gonna switch over to doing a giveaway in the chat for YouTube and Twitch, because right now only Twitch can be involved with this marble race. So this is probably the last one we're ever gonna do, and it's been fun. We've had a good time doing it over the years, the marble races and the marble music and all that jazz. But you know, we're moving on to bigger and better things. We got a lot of folks on YouTube that watch nowadays, so we want to incorporate them. So this is the last month we're doing it. After this, it's gonna probably be something where you guys type something in the chat on YouTube and Twitch, and it'll be like, you know, we'll use like Stream Labs, the auto mod or something to take care of it. So it's not going to be as fun with the marbles, but at least everybody will get involved. So last month of my chinchilla oil. Oh man, that's right. Damn, dude. I'll tell you what, it's part of me wants to keep doing it, but we got to find a way that's a little bit more streamlined. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean we might not revisit the marble racing in the future. There might be special marble races where we'll do a fly race, a fly giveaway via marbles just randomly, but it's not going to be like every month we're doing it with via marbles. So, but yeah, we a lot of lore, a lot of memories with the marble racing. God, I almost said it sounds like I'm gonna never stream again right now. It's like with the death of a friend here we're talking about with the marble race. But that being said, we got to get YouTube involved, so we're going to figure out another way, but we might revisit it again. That being said, though, I'm going to take it back behind the shed and shoot it in the head after this stream, so say goodbye, chat. Okay? All right, let's get some marble music. It'll still be there. Just going to tell it to look off into the sky. Hold on, we'll get the noise suppression off. We got AC going, but it's fine because we're gonna get some chinchilla racing music going. We gotta do it right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final marble fly giveaway race here at LI Flies Mike. Type !play to join in the chat now if you're watching on Twitch. Alright. I want to get in there too. Good luck. May the finest marble racer win, and I will see you in the halls of Valhalla. Or something like that. I don't know. Because all of our marbles are going to purgatory after this. All right, we're gonna start it up here in a sec. I'm guessing everyone's in here. Good luck, chat. The final marble champion will be crowned tonight. Do you have what it takes? Switch the song. I like this one. Is this the right one? Yeah. All right. Here we go, chat. Good luck. I'm waiting for the music so it drops at the right time. It's going to be... I got to wait for the beat drop. I'm clicking it now. Oh my god, imagine if we got the beat drop right on the last ever marble race. Damn it, I'm a little quick. Good luck, chat. It's a couple seconds off. And they're off. They're approaching the mechanical cog section, which, again, I don't know why any of this is here. Oh, I do know why, because you guys are going back up and around. Don't mind me, I'm going to win this marble race just to show off. Sorry, the music was a little loud, but we're going to crank it up. Yo, Eli, Guardo, how's it going? How the... Is it Guardado? I don't know. I'm an idiot. How's it going, Eli? I hope you're doing well. We're wrapping up the stream here. We've been giving away flies to viewers on Twitch via marble races for years, but now we're going to switch it up from now on for YouTube as well. Do some in the chat. This is our last ever Twitch marble giveaway. So we're just tuning in here. Banana up in the lead here. We got Mr. Pibb, Sir Jin. Whoever's going to land in that winner's circle is going to win some flies here. We already got AR fly fishers waiting. Damn, somebody's cruising, but that's not a real marble. That's a ghost. Ghost marble. Doing good? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, we were tying some like little fluke flounder imitations. Some... Oh, Mickelson's. Try my banana. See ya. He's gone. Mr. Pibb, though, looking good. Brand new Twitch Prime saying, yeah, 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 yeah. Last ever marble race. Count me in. I'll give you a Twitch Prime. Suck it, Jeff Bezos. I never have time to watch your live events, so I'm glad I can tune in. Thank you, Eli. Yeah, what do you call it? We got a ton of content coming up here. We got some fly fishing for striped bass themed videos, more fly tying videos, all that jazz. And we stream every Friday night, usually around like 6 o'clock EST or something. Oh, Craigerall going flying. Is this going to give him a speed boost? Nah, he's gone. See ya. Jin. It's all coming down to this. Mr. Pibb stuck. He got pegged. That's what you get. First time subscriber. Get pegs. Jin, congratulations. Last ever marble champion. It's fitting that it's a mod. We need a good exclamation mark rigged. So we have exclamation mark refund, exclamation mark rigged. Those are two commands that were pure marble commands. You know, chat, the end of an era. I don't know how many hundreds of marble races we've done and how many hundreds of, maybe even 1,000 flies we've given away over the years. But congratulations to Jin. Jin is probably one, I couldn't even tell you. Jin's definitely won quite a few amount of times. So it's pretty fitting that Jin is one of the last. Jin and AR here. Now, we are still going to give away flies every month. And don't worry, we don't have that many more viewers on YouTube either. So you guys are still going to have a really good chance of winning some flies until one day maybe we can actually get enough viewers in here to, what do you call it? Fill up a small club, you know, or something. But congratulations, Jin. Congratulations. So close. Yep, that's right. To everyone that's won some flies on the marble races, what do you call it? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We are still going to be giving away flies, though. So on the last Friday of the month, every month during the live stream. So I'll figure out another way of doing it to where YouTube can also be included, because it always sucked. Everyone, I would get people leaving comments in the YouTube video, in the live stream video, saying exclamation mark play. I'd get people in the live stream doing it, and people saying like, "Yo, why can't we join? Why can't we play?" So definitely, you know, we've streamed now for I don't know how many months now on YouTube and Twitch, or YouTube now as well. But it's been long enough. I'm like, all right, we got to figure something else out. So. It helps you out, and probably a lot of us. Oh, thank you, Eli. Yeah, we took a little break on making videos because I was tying roosterfish flies for these guys. So I was like for a month or two straight doing that, and I had to do it in like record time. So we were slowing down, but we're catching back up with making videos, and don't worry, there's so much stuff to talk about in fly tying and fly fishing, saltwater fly fishing, that we could literally make videos probably for the next like 10 years. And still we could still have stuff to talk about. We might revisit some topics again, but I'm getting better at making videos over the years, so I just, you know, nothing wrong with revisiting a surf candy video or something. Yeah, the back will never get better, but as long as I don't throw it out and it's not absolutely killing me, but I'll just give you guys a clue in. Like, my sleep's been terrible. I definitely have some like sleep apnea or something. So that'll probably be what actually kills me. But, like, so sometimes, like I said, I don't sleep good, and I probably sleep, like, all screwed up, because, man, even when I wake up, some days I wake up and my back already hurts, and it hurts for, like, an hour or so. Now this is where I stretch and this and that. I do all that. It's fine. It's fine. But like, yeah, I don't think I could ever do any sort of super serious physical jobs anymore. Like I was a mechanic. Thank God. I don't think now at 35 I could do what I was doing back then. Because after an hour or two of that sort of stuff, my back already starts getting kind of funky. So, but that being said, what I do nowadays is I make sure I don't hurt myself. Always lift with the knees. Never bend over with my back and screw things up. And generally, I have a good understanding with my back now. It sucks, but we work together. And I know when it's starting to get to the point to where I could throw my back out in like 2 seconds from like bending over on. So I'm like, I just take things carefully, do some stretching. But that being said, it's only gonna get worse. So that's just how it goes. That's what happens when your spine is all screwed up, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, you know what, dude? I could be sitting in a wheelchair. I could have no legs. I could have gotten blown up in an IED or something. You know, there's a lot worse things. So some back pain's not the worst. A little bit of hit the hookah lounge, it'll fix it. You know what I mean? I got my own natural remedies, you know. But anyways, chat, what do you call it? I hope you folks have an awesome weekend. Thank you again for tuning in, and congrats to Jin and AR, our last ever marble fly winners. We might still do marble races, but you know, something else. But again, next month, what we're gonna do, last Friday of the months, we give away a fly. We're gonna find a way to do it on chat, where you can just type like ! join in chat, something like that. I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, we have some fly tying tutorials planned. We have a ballyhoo fly tying tutorial. We have a couple other patterns that I have planned, and we have some bigger, larger videos. If you haven't checked out, go check out the early summertime striper fly video that just came out. That was the most recent upload. It did all right, but it could definitely use some more views. But what do you call it? The main thing is we're gonna definitely have some like those fly fishing for striped bass series videos. I'm gonna have more of those coming on the way. They take a while to do, and it's like I gotta write like almost like a script almost and like an outline. But those videos are definitely, I think, way more helpful than just like a regular fly tying tutorial. People seem to enjoy them, so I don't want to push much because I know you have a lot of content, but a video of how to break down surf striper fishing. Oh yeah. That'll happen before the fall. That'll happen before the fall. I was trying to do it last year. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't catch a single fish in the surf last year. It was terrible. With a spinning rod, I could have caught them left and right, but man, I could not get any fish close enough with a fly rod. There were sand eels and everything. But I got a ton of footage, but the problem is, like, I'm trying to get B-roll footage. I need footage for the background of the videos and stuff, but either way, we got, like, surfer stripe fishing videos. We have a false albacore, how to fish for them. I was going to do summertime, but we got caught up. Maybe we'll do, instead of summertime, we'll do a, we'll do some, like, maybe how to fish jetties and things like that, you know what I mean? In the meanwhile, there's so many things I gotta cover, dude. It's like, I have a list. There's, like, hundreds of videos that I need to do at some point. So, but for sure, we got some big ones. Albies, striper, surf fishing, which we got to do before the fall, for instance. And so we got some big ones that I probably should start freaking working on now, because it's already almost, you know, it's almost July at this point. So, anyways, chat, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. You folks are awesome. Thank you so much for keeping me company here so I don't have to talk to myself the whole time. And we will have some new videos coming out soon and all that. So if you end up going fishing, good luck. Stay safe. Tight lines. Catch them up. And if I end up going fishing, I'll let you guys know. So, but anyways, tomorrow we're streaming. We're doing Mike Rolls Dice. We're working on the Turkish Ottoman / inspired K-47 army that I'm working on. And we're going over the new conflict rules. So I know most of you guys probably don't care, but I thought I'd mention it. Anyways, we'll see you guys. You guys have an awesome night. You take it easy. And what do you call it? As always, we got the Discord you guys can join. If not, you can always, you know, I'll keep you guys posted on Instagram or on the posts and all that. So anyways, we'll see you guys. You take it easy. Eli, thanks for hanging out. AR, Jin, thank you guys for the resubs and all that, brother. Leans, thanks for hanging out. Anglers, Dram, and everyone else that was chilling in here in case I missed you. Craggerroll, of course, brother. Mr. Pibb, who's Anglers Ram. All right, guys. Zeke, have a nice night, Zeke. Well, I'll talk to you soon, too. We'll do some fishing. Anyways, chat, you take it easy. Have